Hi, I'm Steve Parry and I'm here to tell you about British Gas Swim Britain. British Gas, they've got a great aim. They want to get more people swimming regularly by 2015. So in order to take part in Swim Britain, you've got a team challenge. There's 4 of you. You've all got to swim 1,000 metres. You do 250 metres each in a relay until you've done the 1,000 metres. Swim Britain is going to help you get fitter and healthier, and they're even going to give you tips along the way. It's all going to accumulate in 10 events in September at venues across the country. Now, logistics of this event are super easy. You're going to get a swimming cap, a t-shirt and a timing chip. You pick them up at the venue on the day. So all you need to think about is the regular stuff. Your swimming goggles and a pair of trunks. You could wear these or perhaps some of these. You might want 2 towels as well instead of 1. So you'll need 1 towel for poolside and also a towel for when you get changed at the end. Maybe a bit of shampoo as well. And last but not least, make sure you take some water with you. So how does the Swim Britain relay work? Well, you've got to get your teammates. Here's one of mine, me Chris, just happens to be an international swimmer. I'll have some of that. He's going to lead off. Let's go, Chris. Yes. When he's done his 250 metres, he's got to make sure that his timing chip registers. Don't worry, there'll be people there on the day to make sure that that happens. Chris is then going to walk over to his second teammate, who's going to be in the transition area, and he's going to give him a high five. Nice high five. Then Chris is done. He's good to go. He can go have a little bit of a rest. It's going to get very crowded if all of you are waiting at the end of the pool. So we've got a rule. Only the person that's swimming next can be in the transition zone. So Swim Britain's going to be like no event you've ever done before, largely because of these bad boys. They're actually called boys, and you're going to have to swim around them. When you're swimming down the pool, you've got to keep the buoy to your left-hand side. And when you're swimming back up the pool, you've got to keep it to your right-hand side. Just keep an eye out for them. Big orange things, can't miss them. Stay as tight as you can to the buoy. You've only got to swim 250 metres. There's no point swimming any more than that if you don't have to. Once you've got your team together, make sure you get the opportunity to train together. Set yourself both an individual goal. You know what? Challenge the other guys on your team as well. You might surprise yourself and with some good training, beat the time that you thought you were going to go. What about making some hoodies with your team name on there? You're taking on everyone else in Swim Britain. You've got to get in there with the right frame of mind. Maybe you want to go in some fancy dress. I don't suggest you swim in the fancy dress. That might slow you down a little bit. Maybe you could even come up with your own song, you know. I can see all 4 of you doing the Gangnam Style. Maybe not. But most of all, make sure there's some cracking banter between you and your teammates, and let's maximise the fun that we're going to have on Swim Britain. Good luck and enjoy.
And a warm welcome to Quipoos TV's live coverage of the British Gas Swim Wales Summer Nationals 2013. Over the next 7 days, we'll be bringing you the action from 20 sessions of top-class swimming, featuring the very best swimmers from Wales, as well as the opportunity to see swimmers from around the UK who have travelled here for this fantastic event. In all, we have almost 1,700 swimmers travelling from Swansea, all the way from Swansea and all across Wales, and also from England and Scotland, making the Swimmer Nationals one of the UK's largest meets. I'm Geraint Hardy, and I'm joined here in the commentary box by Richard Wasnage, who's also the chairman of City of Swansea Aquatics. Richard, a very warm welcome to you.
Thanks very much, Geraint.
Richard, this is a first event for Wales here, this swimming championships today, and a great championship and a great event for these young swimmers to show what they can do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is
We usually hold 3 events in Wales during the swimming season, and this is certainly the biggest one that we normally hold. And it's really great to see not only Welsh swimmers here, but also a lot of swimmers from Scotland and England as well.
Because the fact we've got swimmers from around the UK here today, what kind of standard can we expect from these young swimmers? Because they're all under the age of 18 today, aren't they?
They're all under the age of 18. This is it's an event really designed to support swimmers that have not qualified for the UK age group nationals that's being held in Sheffield at the moment, and the youth championships next week. And these kids will be swimming pretty quickly and sort of almost on a par with that level. So to be honest, it's as good a standard as you're going to get. Very good.
So we're looking at these swimmers now. They're warming up currently, as we can see in the pool. Is there potential for these, say, 11-year-olds to move on to become future Olympians?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're going to see swimmers today that will develop into potential stars for Wales in the Commonwealth Games, possibly. Probably not for Glasgow in 2014, but probably in 2018. Some of these swimmers will be hopefully coming through. A lot of the swimmers in today as well. Swimming's one of those sports that you can be an exceptional swimmer at 11 or 12. And then your development slows. You can also be not such a good swimmer at 11 or 12, but by the time you're 15, 16, if you keep at it, if you're a late developer, you'll start coming through. So we're going to see some of those swimmers coming through in this meet this week as well.
It's this weekend celebrates a year on from the Olympic Games. You're very heavily involved, as I said. You're the chairman of City of Swansea Aquatics. The Olympic legacy, everyone's been talking about that. Have you seen the Olympic legacy kind of working into place here in Swansea?
Yeah, I think one of the sort of the outcomes of the Olympics is that there's certainly more people swimming now. And we've seen a growth in the club in terms of our members, particularly at the younger end as well. Our sort of we tend to take kids in from sort of around 7 or 8, and we've seen a big influx of kids coming in at that age. So and I think that's probably a consequence of the Olympics last year and the legacy that's starting to leave.
Yeah, and the Commonwealth Games obviously in Glasgow in 2014. It's about a year till they begin as well now. Swim Wales' aims is to get 7 medals from them championships. Is that a realistic aim, would you say?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, with the swimmers that we've got and the performance swimmers, certainly, we've got, 3 stars within Wales. Currently, we've got obviously Jazz Carlin, Georgia Davis and Gemma Lowe.
Yeah.
We'd hope, obviously, from a Welsh perspective, that they all get medals in Glasgow, but we've also got some other good swimmers as well coming through, certainly within City of Swansea Aquatics. We've got hopes for a couple of our swimmers, Tom Allen and Oliver Tennant. So we'd hope that certainly they hopefully make finals at least in the Commonwealth Games, and there's certainly a lot of other swimmers as well, Marco Loughran, that are also got chances of medals. So I think 7 is very realistic, and I think we'd be disappointed if we didn't get 7.
Yeah, fantastic. So back to the event we have here today. It's a large meet for these young swimmers. And will they be nervous today? I mean, you kind of see them around kind of swimming, doing their things, early morning practice sessions and that. Is nerves a factor, or is it about enjoyment today?
Oh, I think meets like this for kids is all about enjoyment, really. I mean, yeah, some of the kids will get nervous, particularly those that are expecting to make finals and hopefully get medals. But for 90% of the kids here, this is all about enjoyment. It's about being able to swim at a big meet that's streamed over the internet. And for some of the kids, particularly the younger swimmers, it could very well be the first time that they swam in a 50-metre pool in an environment like this. So hopefully they will enjoy it, and hopefully they'll all swim fast.
Perhaps you have to worry more about the parents in the stands, about them falling out today more than the kids swimming.
I think there is a bit of that. Yeah, I mean, as a parent, sort of this is from personal experience. You do get a bit involved in it. So hopefully we won't have any parents diving in trying to push their kids along.
Richard, thank you very much. We'll hear more from you over the course of the day and over the course of the next 7 days here at Swansea International Swimming Pool. Now, we also want to hear your thoughts as well, so if you've got any questions for Richard or any of our co-commentators, simply get involved on Twitter if you can get access to Twitter, that is. I'm sure you all can. Tweet us using the hashtag BGSNLive. That's hashtag BGSNLive, and we'll read out the best of your messages and all your good luck messages to all the swimmers here today in Swansea. Now, coverage of this event is brought to you by British Gas and Swim Wales, and we're grateful to British Gas and all the commercial partners for the continued support of Welsh swimming.
Hi, I'm Steve Parry and I'm here to tell you about British Gas Swim Britain. British Gas, they've got a great aim. They want to get more people swimming regularly by 2015. So in order to take part in Swim Britain, you've got a team challenge. There's 4 of you. You've all got to swim 1,000 metres. You do 250 metres each in a relay until you've done the 1,000 metres. Swim Britain is going to help you get fitter and healthier, and they're even going to give you tips along the way. It's all going to accumulate in 10 events in September at venues across the country. Now, logistics of this event are super easy. You're going to get a swimming cap, a t-shirt and a timing chip. You pick them up at the venue on the day. So all you need to think about is the regular stuff. Your swimming goggles and a pair of trunks. You could wear these or perhaps some of these. You might want 2 towels as well instead of 1. So you'll need 1 towel for poolside and also a towel for when you get changed at the end. Maybe a bit of shampoo as well. And last but not least, make sure you take some water with you. So how does the Swim Britain relay work? Well, you've got to get your teammates. Here's one of mine, me Chris, just happens to be an international swimmer. I'll have some of that. He's going to lead off. Let's go, Chris. Yes. When he's done his 250 metres, he's got to make sure that his timing chip registers. Don't worry, there'll be people there on the day to make sure that that happens. Chris is then going to walk over to his second teammate, who's going to be in the transition area, and he's going to give him a high five. Nice high five. Then Chris is done. He's good to go. He can go have a little bit of a rest. It's going to get very crowded if all of you are waiting at the end of the pool. So we've got a rule. Only the person that's swimming next can be in the transition zone. So Swim Britain's going to be like no event you've ever done before, largely because of these bad boys. They're actually called boys, and you're going to have to swim around them. When you're swimming down the pool, you've got to keep the buoy to your left-hand side. And when you're swimming back up the pool, you've got to keep it to your right-hand side. Just keep an eye out for them. Big orange things, can't miss them. Stay as tight as you can to the buoy. You've only got to swim 250 metres. There's no point swimming any more than that if you don't have to. Once you've got your team together, make sure you get the opportunity to train together. Set yourself both an individual goal. You know what? Challenge the other guys on your team as well. You might surprise yourself and with some good training, beat the time that you thought you were going to go. What about making some hoodies with your team name on there? You're taking on everyone else in Swim Britain. You've got to get in there with the right frame of mind. Maybe you want to go in some fancy dress. I don't suggest you swim in the fancy dress. That might slow you down a little bit. Maybe you can even come up with your own song, you know. I can see all 4 of you doing the Gangnam Style. Maybe not. But most of all, make sure there's some cracking banter between you and your teammates, and let's maximise the fun that we're going to have on Swim Britain. Good luck and enjoy.
Back to British Gas Swim Wales Summer Nationals 2013. We're at the Wales National Pool here in Swansea, and the action will get underway in about 15 minutes' time. It's very exciting. 1,700 competitors will take place over the next 7 days here in the National Pool in Swansea. It's a truly exciting event, the first of its kind here in Wales. And joining me in the commentary box is Richard Wasnage, the chairman of City of Swansea Aquatics. Richard, we've briefly mentioned how good the event is today, but there's a massive turnout as well, which is really good to see so much support here as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's very encouraging. The balcony's full. We've not only got swimmers in from across Wales, but we've also got a lot of swimmers that have made the journey down from Scotland and England, and it's really encouraging to see all these young kids in the water.
Now, I've got the aims of the governing body's vision in front of me now here from Swim Wales. Their aims quite simply are every 11-year-old child is a swimmer by 2020, create a national network of comprehensive aquatic programmes through partnership with commercial centres, clubs and volunteers. Also to bring home them 7 medals in the 2014 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, and also to boost membership of Swim Wales from 10,000 to 100,000 by 2012. Now, with the news in the news recently about swimming pools closing across Wales, the membership, how much of a concern is that is a realistic aim?
Yeah, I think it's a challenging aim. There's no doubt about that. 10,000 membership to 100,000 by 2020. That's certainly challenging. But what you got to remember, we're looking. Aquatics is not just about swimming. It's about the broad range of aquatic sports, and that includes water polo. That includes synchronised swimming. It includes diving, it includes masters swimming. So there's a broad range of aquatic sports, and certainly Swim Wales, certainly within the Swansea area, have shown a marked commitment to developing aquatics in the borough.
So, now, speaking of the Swansea area, some perhaps controversial news in the local community. They've merged the local swimming clubs recently here. Can you briefly explain what's happened and what the future for that one club is then now? Yeah,
I mean, swimming in Swansea sort of over the last 10 years really was around 3 clubs, Swim Swansea, Swansea Sharks and Penaril Swimming Club. And what the governing body wanted to do really was consolidate those clubs and also enable better access to swimming for the kids, and also to increase the range of disciplines involved. And there was an opportunity this year through circumstance really to make that happen, and the governing body have shown a marked support for that, and that the outcome of that has been the City of Swansea Aquatics Club. And now the City of Swansea Aquatics really is not just about swimming. It's about synchro, it's about diving, it's about water polo, and it's about bringing all those disciplines together under the one umbrella. And what the Aquatics Club has now is more resilience because of the increased membership. It's also got support from the governing body, and also support from the local council. So I think swimming in Swansea now is on as good a firmer footing as it's ever been, certainly since I've been involved in swimming.
Because maybe in the short term you've got rivals joining each other, but definitely in the long term this is a great step forward to have a pool of strong swimmers in aquatics and everything that's involved in aquatics together, training together to up the standards.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, you can see that already with the Aquatics Club itself. That's catering for kids from sort of age 6 or 7, right through to a top class performance level. And we've got Georgia Davis, for example, who's now swimming in the World Championships in Barcelona this week. She's an ex-Swim Swansea swimmer. We've got swimmers up at the National Age Group Championships up in Sheffield this week, and also next week with the Youth Championships. We've got swimmers representing Great Britain in the European Junior Championships, and we've got a couple of swimmers out at the moment in Turkey representing Great Britain in an open water championship. So from a performance level it's absolutely fantastic, and it's fantastic that sort of all the kids now can participate in that pathway. And what the aquatics pathway gives, or particularly the City of Swansea aquatics pathway. It's got the broad range of disciplines, and it just enables kids to be the best they can be, whether that's within swimming, whether that's within polo, synchro or diving. They've got the opportunities there and the coaching to, if they're good enough, the facilities and the coaching is there to deliver them to a performance level.
You mentioned the World Aquatics Championships there, Richard. We'll talk about that briefly in a second. But just to remind you all that are online now listening, this is live coverage of the British Gas Swim Wales Championships 2013 from National Pool Swansea here today. The coverage from Quipu TV, and you can watch it online on your tablet and most formats today. So please do get involved. If you're leaving the house, take your tablet with you and keep watching the 20 sessions of top-class swimming, which will be happening here today. Now, back to the World Aquatics Championships, Richard. It's in Barcelona, and as you said, we've got a strong Welsh percentage of swimmers there. We've got Jazz Carlin, as you mentioned, Gemma Lowe, Georgia Davis, and Penarcier and Lloyd also competing. On that stage, the world's biggest stage, are they going to medal? Is that a realistic aim for them to medal?
Oh, I think definitely certainly from the British Championships, Jazz Carlin looks like she's swimming exceptionally well at the moment. She's did tremendous performances in the 1500 metres and the 800 metres at the British Championships. I think she's got a great chance of getting a medal, certainly, and it could be a gold one. I think Georgia and Gemma, if they swim to their potential, have got chances of medals. And Yain's obviously swimming well as well. So I would say definitely we're hopeful that they'll get some medals. Yeah.
So from the young members you've got here in Swansea, is the problem that they come to the swimming sessions and then therefore that they kind of lose interest at the age of 16? Like, where is that bridge? Where's the gap that you need to push them forward to make them to become the future stars like Jazz Carlin and Gemma Lowe, George Davis and Ian Lloyd?
I think one of the issues is with swimming really is I mean, obviously for young kids, particularly boys, there's lots of competing sports, and particularly in Wales, rugby's very strong. Mini rugby's very strong in Wales.
Don't forget football. Don't forget football.
Yeah, we've obviously got football as well. And particularly for boys, as I said, there's a lot of competing sports that are all competing for their attention, and swimming. Not so much when they're at a junior level. So when they're 7, 8 and they're just learning out, it's it's 1 or 2 sessions a week, and it's all focused on being able to swim properly. Technique is all important. But as the kids get older and they get to sort of 10 or 11, where it's not only about technique, it's also about developing fitness in the pool, and obviously then the training becomes more time consuming and a little bit more demanding, and obviously then you do start to see a drop off from the kids at that point. And I think one of the consequences really of the City of Swansea Aquatics is that it does give kids the opportunity, if they are swimmers and they want to move across into other aquatic disciplines, they've got the facility then to join the water polo side or the synchro side or the diving side. So it's really increasing the opportunities and trying to stop kids dropping out of the sport. And if we can do that, we've got a good chance of getting our number of members up from 10,000 to 100,000 by 2020.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You touched there on the training. Now, I've always been impressed with the training regime of swimmers because it's very, very hard work. There's a lot of dedication going on. So if there's a young swimmer watching, say, in Scotland or England right now, or perhaps in Wales, that's very keen to get involved, what's the best way for them to get involved in swimming?
Well, contact your local club. I mean, all local clubs will be receptive to getting new members. If you want to get involved, contact your local club, and there will generally within those clubs there will be a squad at a level that you can be assimilated into, and I'd encourage any child that wants to swim, just contact your local club and get involved, or failing that, contact Swim Wales or Scottish Swim and find out where your local club is and who the contact is.
So let's talk about you a little bit, Richard. Where was your first love of swimming? How did you get into the sport? Did you excel to the level that you wanted to?
No, I don't. Well, I used to swim when I was a kid. I used to swim for Pembroke and District,
Yep.
so breaststroke was my stroke. I was okay at it. I was never a world beater. Used to swim locally at the local meets and the Welsh age group meets, but always been interested in swimming. I think it's a great sport. Fitness wise, and particularly aerobic fitness for kids, it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And to be honest, always been involved with it either directly or kind of indirectly, really, through my children.
Okay, Richard, thank you very much for the time being. We'll hear Richard's thoughts throughout the morning. The morning session is due to start in about 4 minutes' time, so that's very, very good. If you've got any thoughts about the swimming championships here today in National Swansea Pool, please get involved on Twitter, and please use the hashtag BGSN Live. That's hashtag BGSN Live. Tell us your thoughts. If you want to pass any messages on to anybody you know competing, we'll do our best to get them out online today and give them the good luck that they definitely deserve today. Now, the event, as I said, will start in about 4 minutes' time. This is British Gas Swim Wales Summer Nationals 2013, the first of its kind to be held here in Wales, and we'll have almost 1,300 swimmers taking part here in Swansea today. Now then, Richard, as I said, it's the first of its kind. How exciting is it to have such a massive event here in South Wales?
Oh, this event gets bigger every year. I mean, I think this Summer Nationals now has been happening for the last 5 or 6 years, and it just gets bigger and bigger every year. And certainly this year is the biggest event that I've seen, having been involved with it since its inception. I mean, that was really obvious this morning when you could see the queue out the door. From all the spectators, so it's absolutely massive, and there's certainly more swimmers and clubs involved this year than ever before.
Well, Richard, we've just been told that the swimming's been delayed for 10 minutes today, so that queue is obviously affecting swimmers' arrivals outside. I
did wonder when I could see the swimmers still in the pool. Actually, I was wondering how we were going to start in 4 minutes' time. So I'm not surprised, but again. Short delay, but probably encouraging, because it means everybody can get in and participate and watch.
Yeah, exactly. So in a way, it's good news, and it definitely adds to the tension and the anticipation here in the National Pool in Swansea. This is sponsored today by British Gas Swim Wales Summer Nationals 2013, and it's definitely going to be an absolutely fantastic 7 days.
Hi, I'm Steve Parry, and I'm here to tell you about British Gas Swim Britain. British Gas, they've got a great aim. They want to get more people swimming regularly by 2015. So in order to take part in Swim Britain, you've got a team challenge. There's 4 of you. You've all got to swim 1,000 metres. You do 250 metres each in a relay until you've done the 1,000 metres. Swim Britain is going to help you get fitter and healthier, and they're even going to give you tips along the way. It's all going to accumulate in 10 events in September at venues across the country. Now, logistics of this event are super easy. You're going to get a swimming cap, a t-shirt and a timing chip. You pick them up at the venue on the day. So all you need to think about is the regular stuff. Your swimming goggles and a pair of trunks. You could wear these, or perhaps some of these. You might want 2 towels as well instead of 1. So you'll need 1 towel for poolside and also a towel for when you get changed at the end. Maybe a bit of shampoo as well. And last but not least, make sure you take some water with you. So how does the Swim Britain relay work? Well, you've got to get your teammates. Here's one of mine, me Chris, just happens to be an international swimmer. I'll have some of that. He's going to lead off. Let's go, Chris. Yes. When he's done his 250 metres, he's got to make sure that his timing chip registers. Don't worry, there'll be people there on the day to make sure that that happens. Chris is then going to walk over to his second teammate, who's going to be in the transition area, and he's going to give him a high five. Nice high five. Then Chris is done. He's good to go. He can go have a little bit of a rest. It's going to get very crowded if all of you are waiting at the end of the pool. So we've got a rule. Only the person that's swimming next can be in the transition zone. So Swim Britain's going to be like no event you've ever done before, largely because of these bad boys. They're actually called boys, and you're going to have to swim around them. When you're swimming down the pool, you've got to keep the boy to your left-hand side. And when you're swimming back up the pool, you've got to keep it to your right-hand side. Just keep an eye out for them. Big orange things, can't miss them. Stay as tight as you can to the buoy. You've only got to swim 250 metres. There's no point swimming any more than that if you don't have to. Once you've got your team together, make sure you get the opportunity to train together. Set yourself both an individual goal. You know what? Challenge the other guys on your team as well. You might surprise yourself and with some good training, beat the time that you thought you were going to go. What about making some hoodies with your team name on there? You're taking on everyone else in Swim Britain. You've got to get in there with the right frame of mind. Maybe you want to go in some fancy dress. I don't suggest you swim in the fancy dress. That might slow you down a little bit. Maybe you could even come up with your own song, you know. I can see all four of you doing the Gangnam Style. Maybe not. But most of all, make sure there's some cracking banter between you and your teammates, and let's maximise the fun that we're going to have on Swim Britain. Good luck and enjoy.
Welcome back to the Wales National Pool Swansea and the British Gas Swim Wales Summer Nationals 2013. It's a great event today. 1,700 swimmers will be taking part over the next seven days, and we're very close to the first heat, which will be the 50-metre freestyle for boys to 11 to 14. Joining me in the co-commentary box today as my co-presenter is Richard Wasnage, the chairman of City of Wales Aquatics. Richard, preparation is all done by now, but let's talk about that preparation. What would have been the training regime for these swimmers this week?
I think most of these swimmers this week will have been on what they call a taper, really. So a lot of their volume of work will have been reduced. And the idea of that is that they've got a level of fitness, and they're obviously that level of fitness. They're also quite tired, and the idea is that as you taper, you retain that level of fitness, but you become less tired. And the idea is then that you peak for these championships. So a lot of these kids will have been doing a little bit less work over the last probably a week to 2 weeks. And the idea is that they come here and they swim fast. Yeah.
We've seen them warming up about half an hour ago until about 10 minutes ago. Is that warm-up literally just to stretch the muscles, to warm the muscles, or will they kind of push themselves to see how they feel this morning?
It's a bit about just getting the muscles working, and that's all that's really designed to do. So they just want to get their muscles working. Get a feel of the pool. If you're swimming backstroke this morning, just basically kind of align your strokes up from the flags into the wall. Pick out some markers on the pool side when you're swimming, so you can appreciate where you are in the pool. Things like that. So that's what the kids will be doing.
As I said earlier, we're starting with the 50-metre freestyle for boys from the age of 11 to 14. Explain what will happen. So there'll be how many? There's many prelims today, and it'll be quick and fast, won't it?
Most of these events are going to all have 20 to 25 heats in them. So all the kids will be aiming to do is basically get themselves into the finals this evening. So the top 8 will all be going in and swimming a final this evening. So really, these heats are just about swimming fast and making sure you get into those finals, particularly for the younger kids. Perhaps with the older kids, if they know where they are in terms of timing, they can be a little bit more circumspect in how they swim the heats and just kind of make sure that they qualify and get a decent lane. But most for all the younger kids, they'll be just looking to swim fast and get in the final. That's what they want to do.
Go hell for leather.
Absolutely.
So timing-wise, for the older kids, you briefly mentioned on it there. How far, just to put it in context, are they away from Team BG qualifying times?
Certainly in most of these heats, most of these events have got sort of 20, 25 heats. The kids in the last couple of heats will be all swimming very close to sort of national age group qualifying times. And to put that in perspective, the national age group qualifying times for the national age group and youth championships up in Sheffield, which is held every year, those times for most of those most of those swimmers, for most of those events, within the age groups, there's only probably a dozen to 15 swimmers qualify. So it's a pretty high standard, and certainly the swimmers here that are swimming in the last couple of heats in each event, they'll be bordering on that level.
And what about the coaches then? I mean, they do sacrifice a lot of their time, a lot of their energy into these young swimmers. What will they have to say today? Are they able to sit back and relax and enjoy? Or what's the motivational side for them today? What's their role today?
I think most of the coaches, they certainly won't be sitting back. I mean, most of them will be pacing up and down poolside, almost in the pool with the swimmers in some cases. So, their job's done. They've been working all year for this event, and to a certain extent their job's done. But on the other hand, they've still got to motivate their kids. Some of the kids might not swim well straight away, and they need turning around and and a bit of encouragement, and other kids won't, because they'll be flying. So the coaches have got to be involved, and I'm sure they will be. I will see some nervous coaches on poolside, I think, this morning.
Some nervous parents, that's for sure. I mean, I'm watching out for a few fisticuffs between the parents of Scotland, Wales and England today, but I'm sure the swimming will keep us more than entertained, so hopefully that will definitely not happen. Remember, if you are watching online right now, you can watch on your tablet devices as well, so take that with you wherever you're going today and get some 3G or Wi-Fi on the go. So, and you can tweet us as well, hashtag BGSN Live, and we'll do our very best to read out as many tweets as we can throughout the day, and of course throughout the next 7 days here at the National Pool in Swansea. Also, if you've got any questions to put to Richard, go for gold, don't be shy. He's ready and open to answer any questions regarding swimming in Wales and UK, and also about his young career as a swimmer and how he got involved, and maybe that will motivate a few others to get involved as well. We're very close to the first heat here of the 50-metre freestyle, and we'll start with 3, Richard. Is that mainly because there's so many people got involved this week that there's a spill of competitors?
Yeah, we just got 3 in the first heat, really. This is, all these events have got qualifying times. If you qualify, you're generally in the event, and actually this first event has actually got 23 heats. So all the other heats will have 8 swimmers in. It's just that basically there's 3 extra, and you always have the slowest heat always is the one that doesn't have, is sometimes all the lanes aren't full.
Now they're cranking up the music here, and the crowd are slowly getting involved. There's normally a fantastic atmosphere in swim meets like this, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we're just announcing now that the officials are coming onto poolside, so we are probably just a couple of minutes away from the start.
So these are officials here, all volunteers from the local area or from across the UK?
Mostly from Wales, but there will also be some Scottish officials and some English officials that have come down with their kids and are devoting their time over the next 6 days. So obviously, just want to thank everybody, I think, for supporting the event. Really, I mean, to be honest, you can't put on swimming events without officials, and all these officials are volunteers, and many of these officials actually give up their time for a lot of weekends during the season. If you think, certainly within Swim Wales, there's 4 big events a year, and then obviously all the clubs are having events as well. It's quite a time commitment on a lot of these officials, but they all do it for their love of the sport, and it wouldn't exist if it wasn't for some of these officials.
It is a fantastic sport, swimming, and we saw that in the Olympics in London in 2012, didn't we? Everybody were hooked by the swimming. Who for you is the standout star in world swimming right now, and who, if you were a youngster watching, who would you aim to replicate?
Oh, I think it's difficult to say a sort of standout swimmer in world swimming, particularly now Michael Phelps has retired. I mean, hopefully we might see a standout swimmer in the World Championships coming through in Barcelona this week. But certainly within British swimming, we'd hope that obviously Jazz Carling does well next week. Michael Jameson's also swimming the 200 breaststroke next week, so we'd hope for a medal there as well. Let's hope that there are some swimmers start coming through.
Yeah, indeed. Now we've got many swimming clubs throughout the UK taking part today. Is there? I'm going to put you on the spot here, Richard. And I'm sorry to do so, but I'm going to have to do it. Is there some swimming clubs that you'd kind of expect that are traditionally stronger than others, and have got a breed of swimmers you're going to go, oh, watch out for them because they're a very, very strong swimming club?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the sort of the Welsh clubs, you'd certainly say probably Cardiff and Swansea will show up quite well at this meet. Certainly with the number of swimmers they've got, there's some good English clubs have come down. City of Leeds have got a number of swimmers, and they're always very strong at this meet. They've supported it for a number of years. Yeah, you'd like to think that the Welsh swimmers will hold up quite well. Novio Cigar, the Carmarthen club should have a good showing as well. So, yeah, I'd like to think we can show up well.
Yeah. A few weeks ago, Gemau Cymru was held in Cardiff, so a lot of these swimmers perhaps would have taken part in them games. So they're kind of slowly getting integrated into competitive activity in front of a live crowd, in front of their family and friends. And the pressure does exist, however old you are. Right now, will they be looking at the Scottish and English teams kind of knowing who the competitors are, or are they a bit clueless to that?
I think they'll be a bit clueless, to be honest. I think one of the things that this event gives our swimmers, particularly from Wales, is it gives them an opportunity to test themselves against equivalent standard in England and Scotland, and I think for a lot of kids that's quite important, because they normally know who they're swimming against.
Okay, we're about to start. Sorry, Richard, to cross there, the first rate in. Okay, in lane 3 we've got Kellen Richard Frost, Ethan Hancock in 4, and Stefan W. Evans in lane number 5. 50-metre freestyle for boys from 11 to 14. And how important is the start in this race, Rich?
Oh, really important with the 50 freestyle. If you can get away half a second quicker than your competitor, in an event that's only really lasting, for these slower swimmers around sort of 40 seconds, but certainly as we get through to the later events, they'll be doing 26, 27 seconds. So half a second is quite a difference. Yeah,
Stefan Evans really took that one quite comfortably there in the end, and I think it was quite clear to all watching there that Stefan Evans came in first place, Ethan Hancock in second, and Kellen Richard Frost in third place. The winning time there, 37.23. Stefan, obviously, his qualifying time was 39.40. He'll be very happy with that, Richard.
Yeah, he should be, and that's a 2-second PB, so I'm sure he'll be delighted with that, I would imagine.
Is that adrenaline getting him through that, you think?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably, and a bit of extra training, I would imagine.
Okay, thick and fast, the races will come now onto Heat 2. We've got in lane number 1, Callum Shepherdston, Dylan Page in lane 2, Samuel Taylor in 3, Adam Durant in 4, Kian Fitzsimmons in 5, James Hill in 6, Sam Jackson in 7, and Morgan Roberts in lane number 8. And they started already, Richard, and it looks like lane number 6 is taking advantage quite early.
Yeah, it's James Hill from Pembrokeshire County. Not a swimmer I'm familiar with, but this could be his first event, and he's looking pretty strong actually.
Yeah, he's clear into the lead there. It looks like the who is this? Sorry, number 6. James Hill is going to win this by quite a length. He's clear there from the front, and yes, he takes it. Congratulations to the young man from Pembrokeshire. He'll be very happy with that. And another PB, is it? It was very close. No, I don't think it will be for James Hill.
Yeah, 5-second PB for James.
5 seconds it was.
Yeah, he got an entry time of around 38, so 33.06. He'll be chuffed.
So there you go, heat number 2 over, and we have the winner. We'll get the top 3 for you as soon as we can from the board, but that's the thing. There we go, there's the top 3 there for you. We've got James Hill with his PB 33.06. Chuffed isn't the word. That's very fast, isn't it?
Yeah, no, he's happy with that. It's with an entry time of 38 and to swim 33 in a long course pool, and it's probably the first time he's swam here. That's a great effort.
Yeah, and Morgan Roberts in second place and Samuel Taylor in third. Congratulations to them 3. They'll be very, very happy with their morning's work so far. They're coming thick and fast. As I said, we'll move on to the third prelim. We've got Thomas Burton in lane number 1, Louis Ligwiz in lane number 2, Christopher Vizard in 3, Joshua Thomas in 4, in 5 Alexander Roberts, Robbie Nolan in 6, Ethan Lloyd Roberts in 7, and Morgan Thomas in 8.
Yeah, most of these first heats are all going to be 11, 12-year-old swimmers, so they'll all be swimming probably sort of in the low 30s, I would imagine, from now.
And they're off, Richard. Once again, you did say earlier that the start is very, very important. Another start, it's very difficult to see who is in the lead. So where's the integral and important part of the race? Is it the middle quarter where your fitness shows?
I think with a 50, I mean, all these guys should be just basically able to take this into the wall. Looks like it's
number 3 there, doing very well. Christopher Vizard.
Christopher Vizard, who's he's got himself about probably a metre up now. Morgan Thompson out in 8 is also going quite nicely.
Yeah, and lane number 2. So yeah, it's Morgan Vizard takes first place there, and Morgan Thompson from the city of Cardiff in second place. That was quite a close race for second and third there. Perhaps was he taking it easy, or was he going for it in second place?
No, he'd be going for that. There's no doubt about it. You can't afford to mess about in a 50. So there's no doubt he'd have been going for that.
Yes.
Christopher Vizard has a good time, 32.98. That's a 5-second PB for Christopher, and
the fastest time of the morning so far.
Yeah, you can see the times will start to crank up now.
Congratulations to Christopher Vizard, Morgan Thomas. And we'll move on straight away to the 4th heat. They're coming very, very fast. So let's give a shout out to the competitors today. We've got Callum Weaver in 1, Nathan Musgrove in 2, Ben Omnett in 3, Christian Ellis in lane number 4, Joey Davis in 5, George Pinder in 6, Dylan Little in 7, and Ross Brown completes the race in lane number 8. And Ross Brown's started quite good on this near side as well. It's very, very close. A few people in contention here. This is a tight one, Richard.
Yeah, it looks pretty tight. It looks like Ross Brown's. It's difficult to tell from our angle. It looks like Ross Brown's probably just about got his nose in front. Very close then.
Ross Brown now coming to the line. They've got about 5 strokes to go, maybe a little bit more than that. It's going to be very, very tight.
Callum Weaver's going well.
Yeah, it's going to be very close. I think Ross Brown, lane number 8 on this side, took it, but maybe I'll be corrected on that.
Yeah, Ross Brown, 34.69. So good swim from Ross. Couple of second PB there.
Yeah, great stuff.
Not quite sure where he's from. I think he's.
Ross Brown from Dun City Aquatics.
Dun City Aquatics.
I'll be honest with you, our geography lets us down there, Richard.
No,
Definitely does.
Dun City, I'm not sure about that one.
Okay, Ross Brown, congratulations to him, and we'll move on to heat number 5. Matthew Smith in 1, Liam Evans in 2, a local boy from Swansea, Morgan Evans in 3, Harvey McGreevy-Gill in 4, Kieran Morris in 5, Hayden Keedy in 6, Joshua Sharrett in 7, and Jensen Hulbert finishes the race in lane number 8. And they've started, as you can see, and right in the middle of the field, it looks like we've got a standout leader right from the off.
Yeah, Harvey McGreevy-Hill from City of Leeds. They always do a good showing here, City of Leeds.
And he's clear by quite a bit there. It's going to be comfortable for him as he comes towards the end of the race. Second and third is up for grabs, though, in second. Lane number 3 is going to be close with them. Lane number 8, not quite sure who got that. It was very, very tight. I think the winner there, so you've got McGreevy-Gill taking that in first place. In second place, we have Liam Evans, who did very well. Great swimmer, a local Swansea boy there, I think. And Jensen Hulbert takes third place.
Morgan Evans, I think, in second, and Jensen Hulbert third. So, yeah, good swim, and it was 31.3 for Harvey McGreevy-Gill. So that's an excellent swim. Couple of second PB for him.
On we go to heat number 6. In this heat we have in lane number 1 Matthew Kenneth, in 2 Daniel Marotta, Aidan Moore in 3, Nathan Jones in 4, Connor Coupland in 5, Thomas Jackson in 6, Omar Al-Asari in 7, and Jamie Broom in lane number 8. Another Leeds one, probably hoping to impress today. They're coming towards the halfway mark already. Another one is very, very close, but right in the middle of the field in lane number 4, it looks like the Nathan Jones from Swansea, Nathan Jones from Swansea is leading the way.
Yeah, Nathan's got himself about a half-metre lead. He's going to take this, I think, quite handily. It's going to be close then for second. Probably Connor Copeland is going to take second. Matthew Kenneth out in 1. And it is Nathan Jones, 32.85.
Nathan, a boy that you know well, Rich, from your time in Swansea?
Yeah, Nathan's one of our younger swimmers. He's got a brother in the club as well. So, good swim from Nathan. We'd be very happy with that.
There you go. You want to run down and give him a high five? you go for it if you want. Okay, congratulations there to Nathan Jones, Matthew Kenneth in second, and Connor Coupland in third place there. Congratulations to all of them. Now we'll move onwards to the next heat. We're on to heat number 7 now. They are coming thick and fast here from the National Pool in Swansea. British Grass Swim Wales Nationals 2013. It's been a fantastic morning so far, and only 6 heats in. And we'll move on to heat number 7. Peter Bateman will be in lane 1 from Cardiff. David Price in 2. Adam Baker in 3, Scott Coventry in 4, Kyo Tanner in 5, Louis Sutcliffe in 6, Morgan G. Jones in 7, and Joseph Hawkins in lane number 8. And off they go, and straight away we've got lane number 5 showing that he is up for it, and straight ahead he goes.
Yeah, he had a great start, Kyo Tanner. It just shows the importance of the start. He was absolutely flew off the blocks.
In a race like this, if you're behind from the start, is it possible to catch up? Well, there's not.
Yeah, well, it is possible, but it obviously helps if if you've got a good start and you can get yourself half a second up after 10 metres. That makes a hell of a difference.
Yeah. Kyo Tanner, they clearly won that. I think lane number 7, Morgan G. Jones, came in second. He'll be very happy with that swim. And in 3rd place, Scott Coventry. Any PBs there, Rich?
I think Kyo Tanner certainly 30.45. So it's a good 4-second PB for 3.5-second PB for Kyo.
Now the parents are behaving themselves so far. Is that because we're early in the heats?
Yeah, seem to be. It tends to get very lively in the evenings for the final sessions, and previous years there's been hooters coming out and all sorts of things, so it gets very loud.
You said these are the 11-year-olds, so possibly their first time competing in this stage of this event.
Yeah, most of these swimmers, sort of 11 or 12, some of them have competed here before, maybe some of the younger Welsh swimmers, but certainly our English swimmers and Scottish swimmers won't have probably competed here before if they're in the 11-12 age group.
Heat number 8 is on its way. Shane Parfitt in 1, Joseph Robbins in 2, Luke Skeldling in 3, Jason Simister in 4, Jack Hathaway in 5, Jake Scott in 6, Samuel Lawton in 7, and Oliver Bingham in 8. And lane number 1 looks like he's leading the way. We've got Shane Parfitt looking clear ahead there.
Yeah, Oliver Bingham's going nicely out in 8 as well. He might just sneak second. Also coming through in 3 is Luke Skelding.
Yes, very close to the end.
Samuel Lawton in 7 as well, is going quite nicely. Yeah, so it's Shane Parfitt, Oliver. Ooh,
that was quite close, wasn't it?
Shane Parfitt, Oliver Bingham, Sam Lawton, I think.
Yeah, good stuff there. So to clarify that, Shane Parfitt won that race. Congratulations to him. Oliver Bingham in 2nd, and Samuel Lawton came in 3rd. Congratulations to them, and onwards we go. They're coming very, very fast, which is very exciting here in the national pool in Swansea. We'll move on to heat number 9. They're flying past. I can't even keep up with this. Okay, so in lane number 1 and heat 9, we'll have Finn Lewis-Gale. Jack Lewis will be in 2, Owen Richards in 3, Robert Allen in 4, John Luke Diggins, that's a good name, in 5, Cedal David in 6, Stephen Cooper in 7, and Bradley Newman in 8. Now then, off they go. They come out from the water. Is it a good thing to stay in the water for a long time, or is it a matter of getting up as quick as you can?
It's not all about getting up as quick as possible. You can swim, if you've got good underwater skills, you can swim quicker underwater than you can on top of the water. So certainly with a lot of performance guys, you'll see them spend quite a lot of time under the water from starts and turns.
Yeah, lane number 3, Owen Richards looks like he's just about in the lead, but number 1 is coming back. Lane number 1 there, Finn Lewis-Gale, and also on the blind side we've got number 8 coming through, but no, Owen Richards in 3 took that one. That was a very close race, very exciting, and all competitors really going for it. But to clarify the result, Owen Richards in 1st, Bradley Newman in 2nd, and lane number 8, and Kedol or Sedol, I hope I got his name right there, David in 3rd place, and he was from lane number 6.
Yeah, 32.22 for Owen. He's Torvine Dolphin swimmer, so they'll be happy in the club with that swim, I'm sure.
Yeah, congratulations to them and everyone involved at that local swimming club. Heat number 10, we've got Benjamin Porter in 1, Jack Dobson in 2, Lewis McGeer in 3, Ryan Maheny in 4, Jack Lee in 5, Blair Watrut in 6, Toby Ryland in 7, and Jack Roberts from North Wales Wrexham in lane number 8. Off they go once again. A clean start there, and up they come out the water, Richard.
Yeah, it's a good start from lane 7. That was Toby Ryland.
Toby Ryland there. Also in the middle we've got some competitors, Ryan Maheny and Jack Lee also trying to keep up the fight there, but lane number 3 seems empty for this race. Rich, we didn't realise that on the start, but as we come to the closing stages, it looks like lane number 4 is getting Ryan Maheny is in the lead by a stroke or 2.
Yeah, Ryan's come through in the second half of this race. He's going to take this probably from Blair Watrut and Toby Ryland in 3rd.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Congratulations to them. A very close race once again. They're really close races so far, which is absolutely great to see that the standard is so close and so competitive.
Yeah, and they're getting closer to the 30-second barrier as well. That was 30.8 for Ryan Maheny. So we're just looking now for our first swimmer to go under 30. Yeah,
Blair Watrut in 2nd and Toby Ryland in 3rd place. Once again, congratulations to them. They'll be moving on to the next heat a little bit later on in the day. Right, we've finished the first 10. Are you impressed with the standard so far, Rich?
Fantastic for these swimmers. As I say, they're probably, for a lot of them, it's their first time in the pool, and a lot of them are doing PBs. So that's good.
Yeah, fantastic.
Happy.
Okay, heat number 11. We've got Johan R. Davis in 1, Sam D. Thomas in 2, Morgan Elliott in 3, William Watkins in 4, Morgan Blank in 5, Mackenzie Best in 6, Samuel Wardle in 7, and David Radmore in lane number 8. And off they go once again. A fast start from the inside lanes there. Number 1 seems to be far in front. Johan R. Davis. That was a good start, wasn't it?
That was an exceptional start there from Johan Davis. He certainly got himself away quickly from the blocks there, and he's still, see how important it is. He got half a metre in the first 5 or 6 metres, and he's still retaining some of that coming into the final 10 or 15 metres, and it looks like he'll probably just keep it into the finish.
Yeah, Johan Davis is going to take it, I think, in lane number 3. Nathan Larner's very close to second place. 7 and 8 were also close to the top 3 there. Let's have a look at the results. Yeah, Johan Davis takes it in first place. Sam Thomas in lane 5 in second place, and then we've got, was that correct? Yeah, it was. And Morgan, no, there we go. Sorry, apologies. Johan Davis in first, Morgan Ellis in second, and David Radmore in third place. Congratulations to them. A victory there for the city of Cardiff in the rivals' territory of Swansea.
Yeah, it's always a bit of rivalry between Cardiff and Swansea. It doesn't matter whether it's rugby, football, or indeed swimming.
You were saying there it's important to have a quick start. Once you're ahead, can you see your competitors to your right? If you're behind, how can you? What can you see while you're swimming?
I mean, the thing with this freestyle as well is a lot of these swimmers will just breathe to one side. So, you can get slightly disorientated, and if you don't breathe to both sides, you won't have an awareness of where your competitors are. So, it is important to try and breathe bilaterally.
Heat 12 is underway. We've got Riso Jones in 1, Lewis Jones in 2, Nathan Larner in 3, Thomas Minto in 4, Thomas Kahidi in 5, Thomas Hewitt in 6, Ryan Lindman in 7, and Connor Walsh in 8. And it looks like lane number 1 once again is the star performer. We've got Rhys Jones from the city of Cardiff leading the way in the final strokes.
Yeah, it looks like it's Rhys Jones who's going to take this, probably just from Lewis Jones.
Yep,
31.03 there for Rhys Jones, and 31.7 for Lewis.
Once again, Richard, smashing the personal best. It's fantastic news that they're doing that and performing at such a high level.
Yeah, the thing with the 50 metre, particularly long course as well, is the kids don't always get an opportunity to do it. So a lot of kids might not have swum this event for 3 or 4 months, and they're now getting in after a period of training. They've all tapered down, so you'd kind of expect them to start taking quite a chunk off their times.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, heat number 13. Unlucky for some, hope it's lucky for these competitors right now. In lane number 1, we've got Jacob Goodman, Jack Thompson in 2, Owen Thomas in 3, Calvin Davis in lane 4, Tom Wilton in 5, William Collins in 6, George Conwyn in 7, and Sean O'Bevan in lane number 8. And once again, Richard, lane number 1 is leading the way. We have Jacob Goodman from Sevenoaks. He's flying away. Lane number 4 is trying to get involved, but I think lane number 1 is going to take it.
Yeah, it looks like one again. Jacob Goodman. He's going to take it from Kelvin Davies, I think. And 29.39 for Jacob. So he's our first swimmer under 30 seconds. So congratulations to Jacob.
Fantastic.
And, Jacob's Sevenoaks Swimming Club swimmer. So Sevenoaks, Kent, I think, is that?
Okay.
Yeah.
And Kelvin Davis in second, also breaking the 30 seconds barrier, 29.99. And in third place, we've got Sin Bevan, 31.19. Good stuff. Congratulations to them. Looking forward to see them in the finals later on, perhaps smashing their personal best they've just set now in this race. On to heat number 14, Kelvin Cockcroft in 1, Thomas Jenkins in 2, Evan Rayner in 3, David Wilson in 4, Adam Cartwright in 5, David Bryan 6, Jake Lambert 7, and Benjamin Rayner completes the field in lane number 8. And this one looks very close from the off, Rich.
Yeah, it does. Look, Ben Rayner's going quite nicely out in 8, and also Thomas Jenkins out in 2, who's from Chepstow.
Yeah, it looks like Jenkins in 2 is going to take this one. He's just a few strokes ahead, but 8 is coming back. Benjamin Rayner is going to go for it. That was very, very close by the end.
It was, as David Wilson came through as well in lane 4. He's another Sevenoaks swimmer.
Yeah, but taking that one was Thomas Jenkins in first place, David Wilson in second, and Benjamin Rayner in 3, completing the top 3 there. Congratulations to all of them. Just over 30 seconds, I'm sure later on when they push a little bit harder, they'll be smashing that 30-second barrier. Onward we go to heat number 15. In lane number 1, we've got Cameron Thomas, Samuel Johnston in 2, Sean Johnston in 3, Philip Edmonds in 4, Thierry Di Martin in 5, Jack Bacon in 6, Jake Sykes in 7, and John Cooper in 8. And off we go. They've started. The first 20 metres or so is underway. And lane number 2, Samuel Johnson from Dumfries, is leading the way so far.
Good start from Samuel Johnson. Again, he got himself about a quarter of a metre up at the start, and he's starting to hold on to that, but the rest of the pack are coming back at him.
Yeah, we got
Jack Bacon as well, swimming well in lane 6.
Yeah, lane 6 and 5 really competing. It's going to be very close to the finish. This one, I think lane 2.
Yeah,
he
just got
Samuel
it.
Johnson got it, didn't he, Rich?
Yeah, he just held off. Looks like it was Thierry Di Martin actually in lane 5. I think who probably just got second, and Jack Bacon third.
Yeah, you're correct there. Samuel Johnson in first, Di Martin in second place, and Jack Bacon in third place. A great swim there, very close finish, and that's exactly what we want today in the National Swimming Champions 2013, sponsored by British Gas. We'll move on straight away to the next heat, and this is heat number 16. In lane number 1 we've got Ross Othen, Max Jelfs in 2, Yestin Francis in 3, Luke Maloney in 4, Thomas Thorpe in 5, David Nicholas will be in lane 6, Dominique Collier in 7, and Jack Llewellyn from Swansea, Rich, completes the field. You'll have an interest in lane number 8, Richard, here.
Yeah, we've got Jack Llewellyn. He's another one of our good swimmers, 12-year-old. And he's going pretty well actually down in lane 8.
Yeah, but it looks like lane number 1, Ross Othen, is leading the way, but also in the middle of the field we've got 4 and 5 really going for it, and it will be between lane 4 and 5, between Thomas Thorpe and Luke Maloney for number 1. But 7 and 8 are also coming back. That was extremely close, Richard.
It was tremendously close. I think it was just Thomas Thorpe actually got that from Ross Othen out in 1, and Luke Maloney in lane 4 in third place, and they're all under 30 seconds actually. The first 5 swimmers in that heat were all under 30 seconds.
Yeah, so, fantastic standard there.
Yeah, great swim. Jack Llewellyn 29.99 in 5th, so he'd be happy with that, local Swansea boy.
Good stuff. Thomas Thorpe then in first place, Ross Othen in second, and Luke Maloney in third. Onwards we go to heat number 17 out of 23 in the 50 metres freestyle for boys between 11 and 14 years old. James Wilton will be in lane 1, Magnus Lynn in 2, Joe Scott in 3, William Robinson in 4, Oliver Thompson 5, Aaron Harrison in 6, Jack Skews in 7, and Curtis Palmer completes the field from Pembrokeshire, West Wales. And off they go, Richard. And once again, the middle pack there leading the way. We think we've got lane number 5 and 6 looking strong.
Yeah, Jack Skews is going to take this. He's going well in 7. He's got himself about half a metre up. And James Wilton also going nicely in lane 1. But
yeah, it's going to be close, but I think you're right. Jack Skews in 7. Looks like he's going to take it. There's a bit of competition by James Wilton in 1. Who took that? I think we're fair to say. No, it was Jack Skews. We were right all the way there. Jack Skews in lane number 7 took it 30 seconds, .32. Once again, he'll be happy with that time though, won't he?
He'll be tremendously pleased with that time. That's a good PB for him. First 6 swimmers in that heat, all under 30. So Jack's entry time is 30.5, so that's a 1.5 second PB over 50 metres, so he'll be very pleased.
In first place, Jack Skews. In second, James Wilton. And completing the top 3, we've got William Robson. Congratulations to all of them. Right, onwards and upwards we go. And we've got heat number 18 coming up next. Gethin Jones in 1. We've got Kessin Pelders in 2, Oliver Willies in 3, Bradley Hollings in 4, Dan Elkin in 5, Lewis Minnett in 6, Joseph Tibbs in 7, and Jack Boniface completes the field in lead number 8. And they're off again, the first 20 metres, and this is extremely close from the off.
Yeah, Dan Elkin in lane 5, showing up well.
Yeah, Dan Elkin there seems to be ahead of a stroke or 2 there. He really needs to hold on now because lane 1 and 2 are coming back strong. Also, lane number 7 is going to push him all the way. Joseph Tibbs is looking to fight back, but I think it's going to be Elkin to take it.
Yeah, Dan Elkin's taken that. I think he probably didn't quite activate the. He didn't activate the pads actually. That was a soft touch.
So will that count as a victory for Dan?
Yeah, no, it'll count. We'll get the officials then have a button they press for the backup time. And so that'll come up as a backup time, and yeah, it's come up now. Dan Elkin 29.15. So
yeah, congratulations to Dan. Jack Boniface in second, and Joseph Tibbs in third. Congratulations to all involved in heat number 18. Looking forward to see them later on in the day. On to heat number 19. In lane number 1, we've got Kyle Job. In 2, Josh Lewis. In 3, Scott Limburn. In 4, Angus Gilnor-Rennet. That's a complicated name to say, isn't it? Hopefully I've got that right. Joshua Bedford Eatwell, Sam Philpin in 6, Jacob Coleman in 7, and Mohammed Abu El Rose in lane number 8. They're halfway through the race, and it looks like name number 7 is in the lead.
Yeah, it's Jacob Coleman who's going to take this.
Jacob Coleman now to finish off. He's going to finish strong in lane number 3. They're competing back. It's going to close for second place between 3 and 5, which is Scott Limburn and Joshua Bedford-Eatwell. But the winner of that one, quite clearly and comfortable, was Jacob Coleman.
Yeah, 28.02 as well. He's our first swimmer under 29. So we're getting quicker and quicker and quicker as we go through the heats.
Yeah, that's the fastest time for quite a bit today. A very fast heat there. Quite a few breaking 29 seconds there. All the top 4, I think, if I'm correct, looking at the scoreboard. Jacob Coleman in first, then Scott Lindburn second, and Bedford-Eatwell, taking the 3rd place.
Yeah, we might see by heats 22 and 23, we might see some swimmers go 26 point. That would be good.
Fantastic stuff, look forward to that. Heats 20 is up next. In lane number 1, Jamie R. Aldred. In 2, Aaron Hurd. In 3, we've got Taylor Courtier Lilly. In 4, David Owen. Scott Birtles in 5. Morgan Pemberton in 6. Owen Elliott in 7. And Ben Sherman, the clothes designer, in lane number 8. Off we go then. We're halfway through the race, and it looks very clear to me that lane number 5 is in the lead. Am I right saying that, Rich?
Yeah, it's nip and tuck. Lane 8's going pretty well, which is also Ben Sherman. I think it's probably Scott Birtles. He's just going to take it from Ben Sherman. And Owen Elliott in 3rd, and 28.58 for Scott Birtles.
Yeah, there was a few dropouts in that race, so apologies for mentioning the ones that weren't taking part. But Scott Birtles took it from Ben Sherman in 2nd, and Owen Elliott in 3rd. So that completes that race. Another 2 there, breaking the 29-second barrier, as you said, Richard. The times will get quicker and quicker, and it's great to see that. Onwards we go to heat number 21. In lane number 1, we'll have Richard Mawson. In 2, we'll have Ben Hogson. In 3, Evan Goggin-Jones. Finn Slattery in 4. Jordan Dodd in 5. Ewan Ronald in 6. Ryan Reston in 7. And Daniel Evans from Swansea in lane number 8.
Strong start from Ewan Ronald in lane 6.
Yeah, Ewan Ronald looking like he's had a quick start and he's strong enough to hold off. He's got competitive competition on the inside by Jordan Dodd. Jordan Dodd is really going to push him all the way in lane number 5. But it looks like it's going to be Ewan Ronald all the way in first place. Very comfortable. In second place, Jordan Dodd takes that. 26.7 for Ewan Ronald. I was when I said 26, I was expecting that to go from heats 22 and 23. But we've actually got our first swimmer in 26 from heat 21, so yeah, he's
well
up
done
for it today. Fantastic stuff there from Ewan Ronald. 26.70, the fastest time of the day so far. Jordan Dodd in 2nd and Ryan Retson in 3rd place. Fantastic stuff there, very great race. And we'll move on to the next race, which is heat number 22 out of 23. So we'll start with a local boy in lane number 1, Luke Evans. Kane Hunt Rabanel in 2. Thomas Britton Yem in 3. Cobus Oti Hazen in 4. Robert Burton in 5. Joshua Munro in 6. Mark Elric in 7, and Gareth Haberfield in lane number 8. And it's them outside lanes that are pushing for the lead there, Richard. We've got numbers 5 and 6 really going for it.
Yeah, it's Joshua Munro in lane 6. Looks like he's probably just going to take this one.
It's very close to the end between Joshua Munro and the inside lane. Who's going to get it? I think it's Munro. 8 got involved right at the end there. But Joshua Munro again with an excellent time, 27.18, Richard.
Yeah, very good time from Joshua. And that's about a half second, over a second PB for him. So he'll be very pleased with that, I'd imagine. City of Leicester swimmer.
Yeah, great stuff. Joshua Munro in first place, Robert Burton in 2nd, and to finish we had in 3rd place George. Who's in 3rd place there? I've missed that on the screen. I do apologise. Haberfield in 3rd place. Congratulations in lane number 8. Right, the final heat of the 50s freestyle for boys between 11 and 14 years old. Onwards we go. Regan Walters in 1, Lewis Roberts in 2, George Hinton in 3, George Johnston in 4, Billy Hunt 5, Ethan Ryland 6, William Durant in 7, and Dylan Jones in lane number 8. And these boys are really going hard for it.
Yeah, George Johnson, Dumfries swimmer, he's our fastest entry into this race, 27.18. We'd be expecting him to go sub 27 quite comfortably. He's about half a metre up.
Yeah, George
and I
Johnson,
think he's probably just about going to go sub 27. He does, 26.42. So it's a good time from George.
Yeah, fantastic race there, and a great standard once again, as Richard said, they're breaking their PBs all over the place. In first place then we have George Johnson, George Hinton in 2nd, 27.57, and Billy Hunt, 27.62, completes the field, and he's travelled down from Welshpool in North Wales today. Congratulations to him. And that's it, the prelims, 23 of them out of the way. We must say, Richard, a fantastic standard, and everyone completely smashing their personal best times.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was a lot of PBs set in that event, and that's a great start to the whole meeting, I think.
Now the girls' turn next. Not ladies first here today, unfortunately. The boys went first in the 50 freestyle, and the girls are up now. Girls from the age of 10 to 13 in this race, and heat number 1 is underway. From Merthyr, Helen Lewis in 1, Connie Denman in 2, Cathy Davis in 3, Mally Jones 4, Kellen Nicholson 5, Kate Jenkins 6, Bethan Jones 7, and Lucy Street in lane number 8. And it looks like lane number 6 is up in front right now. With the number 6 is Kate Jenkins from Head of the Valleys. But number 3 is fighting back pretty fast. You've got Ketty Davis really going for it, and she now moves into lead. Cathy Davis in lane number 3, but it's very close with 4 and lane number 6. This is very close, Richard.
Yeah, very close. These girls really going for it. It's going to be a blanket finish.
Oh, Cathy Davis just on the line taking it. Lane number 3 takes a 35.21 in first place. She'll be extremely happy with that, especially because the pressure was really on then, wasn't it?
Yeah, she held her stroke together quite well in the last 5 metres there, Cathy Davis, and just got herself in front there. 300th of a second there was between her and Kate Jenkins.
Very close.
Very close.
Kate Jenkins in second, as Richard just said, and Mally Jones taking 3rd place. Congratulations to them. This is the 50 freestyle for girls between 10 and 13. Heat number 1 is just finished, and heat number 2 is up next. If you've got anything to say on Twitter, hashtag BGNSLive. We'll get your quotes out to all of you. Good luck messages, etc. out as soon as we can. In heat number 2 then, we'll move on to Molly Duras in lane number 1, Isabel Wixie in 2, Rosalind Goodfellow in 3, Jenna Murdoch in 4, Summer Best in 5, Olivia John in 6, Rhiannon Phillips in 7, and Georgina Withers Boalch in lane number 8, and she's a Cardiff girl just down the road. Okay then, we're waiting for this to start. There seems to be a delay in proceedings right now. The girls, you see, they take the time to get ready. That's what it is. They take a bit longer than the boys.
I think it's probably down to the fact there's probably a slight problem with the with the starter, I think.
So as I said, if you have got any questions for Richard here, please do get involved. He's very eagerly waiting your questions. Hashtag BGSNLive is our hashtag. Get involved on Twitter. We'll read your questions out to Richard. And any thoughts or good luck messages for anybody you know competing today, please do get involved. And this race is off. Quite a few have dropped out of this race. So we've only got lane number 2, lane number 4, and lane number 6 going for it, and lane number 8 on the far side. So here we go. It looks like the lane number 2, Emily Morris is up in front and going strong. Oh no, sorry, Isabel Wixie, is going very strong. She's clearly ahead there, Richard. Quite comfortable. I think she'll take this. Yeah,
no doubt Isabel's going to take this one. She's a Chepstow swimmer, and she's got herself probably 2 or 3 metres.
Yeah, and in
nice time, 33.59 for
stuff.
Isabel.
And very close to second place. They nearly all touched at the same time. That will be very close for that 2nd and 3rd place. And there we go, the results. Isabel Wixie, as we all could see quite clearly there, taking 1st place. Withers Bolch in 2nd, and Olivia John takes 3rd place. Good stuff. Congratulations to you all involved in them swim clubs, and pass the good messages on to the girls. Right, onwards we go to heat number 3. The girls are ready this time to go, and off we go. Eve Tranter in 1, Emily Morris in 2, Lana Thomas in 3, Sophie Davis 4, Ellen Edwards 5, Molly Short 6, Rhiannon Williams in 7, and Fiona Millen in lane number 8. And we've got lane number 1 pushing hard, and also lane number 4. This is going to be close for 1st place, but these two, lane number 1 and lane number 4, we've got Eve Tranter and Sophie Davis leading the pack. And Sophie Davis, a local girl from Swansea, Richard.
Yeah, Sophie's swimming really well. It's she's been impressed by Eve Tranter, who's starting to come through in lane 1 now.
Eve Tranter looks like she's going to take it. Emily Morris also pushing for 2nd. Can the local girl hold on? 7 and 8 are also pushing very hard, but I think she got your 3rd place.
Yeah,
and Eve Tranter got the 1st place. Congratulations to all involved there. Richard, you went a bit quiet then. Is it because the tension got to you?
No, it's always a bit of tension when you've got your club swimmers swimming. And Rhiannon Williams went well in lane 7 as well.
Yeah, fantastic.
Another Swansea swimmer. So.
Good stuff. So Eve Tranter in 1st there. Emily Morris takes 2nd, and great news for Richard and everyone involved in Swansea. Sophie Davis in 3rd place there. Congratulations once again. Onwards we go to heat number 4. In lane 1 we'll have Bethan Wells, also a local girl from Swansea. Erika Varney in 2. Charlotte Thorpe in 3. Ashley Willis from Swansea again in 4. Kerry Miles from Abertillery up the road in 5. Bethany Hook in 6. From Chepstow, Ellie Horton, and from Cambridge, Jessica Rayner completes the field. Just a bit of delay to the start here. The girls slowly take their place. This is the bit I'd be scared I'd fall in. Does that happen sometimes?
It does, actually. It does.
Oh, no.
Sometimes the kids are so keen to get away that they just topple in. And of course they're not trying to gain an advantage, but unfortunately with swimming, if you topple in, you make a false start, you are disqualified.
Yeah, okay, and the girls are away with near the halfway stage. It looks like lane number 6 and 7 are leading the way here in this race. We've got Bethany Hook doing very well and Ellie Horton leading the way, but in the middle they're coming back as well, but it's been between 7 and 6 here.
Yeah, it looks like it's Ellie Horton and Bethany Hook.
And as we come to the closing stages, we've got about 10 strokes to go. It looks like lane number 7 is going to take it. Ellie Horton, can she hold on from Cheps? It was very, very close. Oh, I'm not
close.
Sure.
Yeah.
That was extremely,
yeah, it was. Ellie
close.
Horton, she just got that. 2/100ths of a second between Ellie Horton and Bethany Hook.
Fantastic stuff. That's what we like to see, a very close rate right till the finish. Ellie Horton in first place, Bethany Hook in second. Not much between them. And Ashley Willis in third place. Was she a Swansea girl there, Richard?
Yeah, she was a Swansea girl, and she's done a nice PB there by about a second, so you should be pleased with that.
You could promise them any prizes for coming in these places? Some free coaching lessons or something from you? Okay, heat number 5, off we go. We've got Elise Harris in 1, Robin Brown in 2, Isabel Stambridge in 3, Beth Jenkins 4, Alana Thompson in 5, Alicia Glover in 6, Maya Scrivens in 7, and Megan Annis completes the field all the way from Scotland in lane number 8. And off they go. The girls are into the pool. The start is very important, as Richard said earlier on. It looks like the lane number 3, Isabel Stambridge has had a very good start, but a few of them are all fighting back straight away in the halfway stage. This is a very close one to call. Yeah,
it looks like it's 7 and 8, Maya Scrivens and Megan Annis, who's starting to pull away here.
Yeah, it's lane number 7, Richard, spot on there. Maya Scrivens from Caerphilly really pushing hard. Can she take it? It looks like she will. Lane number 8, Megan Annis, looks like she'll get second place, but it's a fight between her and the rest of the field for that second place, and the result is in. Great stuff there. Maya Scrivens takes first place quite comfortably by the end, we must admit. And in second place, it did go to lane number 8, Megan Annis in second place, and Beth Jenkins completes the top 3 in her third place. Congratulations to all of them, and we will move on to heat number 6. Happy with the standard of the girls so far, Richard?
Yeah, it's looking good actually. They're all same as the boys. They're all doing a lot of PBs, and we're certainly starting to move now into the middle and later heats, which will probably decide some of the finalists.
Okay, heat number 6, we've got Chloe Davis, Swansea girl, Ellie Woodruff in 2, Alicia Jones in 3, Abby Hulbert in 4, Lucy James 5, Eva Barry 6, Alicia Solaki in 7, and Imogen Roberts finishes the field in lane number 8. They're underway. The first 30 metres or so has happened, and it's gone very, very fast. These girls pushing hard right in the middle of the field. We've got lane number 3, 4 and 5 really going. Is it lane number 6? Is it? Oh no, is that 5 leading the way right now, Richard? You say, oh, number 2's come from nowhere there.
Yeah, it looks like it's Ellie Woodruff in 2. She's the Novio Cigar swimmer, so she's come through. She's going to take this quite handily now.
Yeah, Ellie Woodruff, a very strong second half to that race. She takes that quite comfortably. She'll be very happy with that, showing a lot of stamina and strength there. Yeah,
she didn't have the best of starts, but she came through really well in the final 25 there.
Okay, we'll confirm that result for you. Ellie Woodruff in first place, Lucy James in number 2, and Alicia Solaki in third place there. A 33.49 there. A great time for Ellie. You're smashing her personal best by around 3 seconds there.
Yeah, excellent time for Ellie. She'll be very pleased.
Heat number 7. We've got 25 of these heats in the girls. 50 metres freestyle for girls between 10 and 13, and we're on to 7, as I just said. In lane number 1 we'll have Holly Evans in 2, Ella Cohen, Evie Hafner in 3, Abigail Williams in 4, Molly Bradley in 5, Emily Jenkins 6, Matilda Neal in 7, and Cara Davis from Swansea completes the field, and straight into the pool they go, no messing about. And once again, it's a very close start, especially with 1, 2 and 3 there. They're very tight, aren't they, Richard?
It's a blanket one, this one. It's going to be difficult to to pick these, I think.
It looks like Holly Evans in lane 1 from Bridgend is starting to pull away slightly, but it will be very close. Lane 6, 7 and 8 are also fighting back now, but it looks like Holly Evans will take this 50-metre freestyle.
Yeah, she's going to take it from Evie Hefner, I think, in second, and Emily Jenkins in third.
Good stuff. Congratulations. A very, very close race. It's very, very tense here, especially in the last 10 strokes or so, when everyone kind of goes for that final burst, Richard.
Yeah, they're all trying to just get their noses in front, aren't they, in the last 2 or 3 metres, and sometimes that's quite difficult because some of these swimmers, they're quite tired and they'll start to lose their stroke, so sometimes they're trying to put a lot of effort in, and sometimes they lose their stroke and they don't get the advantage that they need in the last couple of metres.
Yeah, Holly Evans in first, then the Evie Hafner in second, and Emily Jenkins in third. And that completes the top three as we move on to heat number 8 of the girls 50 freestyles between ages of 10 and 13. Macy Black in 1, Abby Culvert in 2, Allo Sharp in 3, Hannah Jenkins 4, Yona McLeod in 5, Sarah Jenkins 6, Millie Homewood in 7, and Millie Bryce completes the field from Bridgend in lane number 8. And lane number 2 is looking very sharp. Abby Calvert is leading the field by quite a bit there.
Yeah, another lead swimmer, and showing up really nicely. She's about a metre up now.
Yeah, and it's going to be close for second place, lane number 1, but coming through we've got 4 and 5 really pushing hard.
33.01 for Abby Calvert, so Hannah Jenkins in third place. I think it was probably Yona McLeod in second, I think.
Okay, close finish once again for second and third place. We'll clarify the results for you in just a second. Yep, Abby Calvert took it, as we could see quite clearly. Yona McLeod in second place, and Hannah Jenkins took third place. Congratulations to one of them. If mum and dad are watching from afar, congratulations to you who've been involved in this process. All them early morning drives to the swimming centre and etc. It's hard on everyone, isn't it, Richard?
Being a parent of a swimmer is, to be honest, a bit of a thankless task. I know from experience.
Yeah, there you go. And some abuse first thing in the morning when I'm trying to get the kids up as well, I'd imagine. I don't want to get up and all that. Okay, heat number 9, Anna Phillips in 1 from Swansea, local girl. Rosie Llewellyn in 2, Hannah Bassi in 3, Megan Harris 4, Morven Adams 5, Isabel Wren in 6, Ellen Norris in 7, and Megan Black completes the field. Quite a few local girls here for you, Richard. You'll be keeping a keen eye on this one.
Yeah, we've got Ella Norris. She's only 10 in lane 7, and she's showing up quite nicely actually, Ella. She looks like she's going to be in the shake-up at the end of this race.
Yeah, Anna Phillips in lane 1, looking like she's just ahead right now.
She does, and Megan Black also going well in lane 8.
It's going to be extremely close.
Like it's Anna Phillips, though.
Anna Phillips first. In second place, that was about 5 girls there who could have taken second and third place. Extremely close finish there, but congratulations to the winner there, Anna Phillips from Swansea, a local girl taking the victory.
Yeah, happy with that, and all those swimmers swam well. They all did personal bests, so well done to them all.
Yeah, fantastic. Anna Phillips from Swansea then to confirm that in first place. Morven Adams in second, well done to you. And Hannah Abassi takes third place. Right, we've reached the 10 mark, heat number 10 in the girls 50 metre freestyle for girls aged between 10 and 13. In lane number 1 from Neath, Amy Alexander. From Birmingham, Alice Olivia in 2, Sophie McDonnell in 3, Lucy Omner in 4, Brianna Maisie in 5, Emily Dilks in 6, Jessica Williams in 7, and Louise Twigg completes the field in number 8. And off they go. They're towards the halfway mark, and it looks like lane number 2, number 3. This is a close one right at the halfway mark, isn't it, Richard?
Yeah, it looks like it's probably Louisa Twigg who's out in lane 8, who's shown some early speed. She's now being pressed now by Lucy Omlet in 4.
Yeah, it looks like Omlet in 4 is going to take this one. Number 2 is coming back.
Alice Olivia.
Yeah, it's going to be very close, but is it going to be... Oh, I couldn't call that from here.
Louisa Twigg, she held it on. It was a good swim from Louisa. It looked like they were coming back at her actually, and she held on nicely there in the final 10 metres.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. A very close finish to that race. It was very tense indeed, but we can confirm Louisa Twigg took first place. Lucy Omnet in second, and Alice Olivia takes third place. Great stuff there. Now, how much recovery time will these girls get till the next heat?
If they're swimming again this morning, I mean, most of these girls, they'll get 20-30 minutes probably recovery time, I would imagine. So no problem about them being able to swim multi-events this morning.
Brilliant stuff. Okay then, Martek David is in lane number 1, Charlotte Gibbs in 2, Kiara Lawler in 3, Jade Adams 4, Millie Reese 5, Fionn Thomas is in 6, Lauren Davis in 7, and Jessica Gattil is in lane number 8, and they're off already. They've started very, very strong and very fast, may I say, as well. It looks like lane number...
Fionn Thomas, I think, in
Thomas,
6
yeah,
is being pressed by Jessica Teal in lane 8. Also going well in lane 1's Martek David. Yeah,
Martek David is pushing all the way, but it does look like lane number 6, Fionn Thomas, is going to take this one. She's holding on strong. Lane number 8, Jessica Teal is fighting back from leads, but it will be Fionn Thomas to take first place in lane number 6.
32.42 for Fionn, so that's probably the quickest I think we've had so far. First swimmer under 33, I think, this morning.
Yeah, fantastic stuff there from Fionn Thomas in first place. Jessica Teal takes second, and Martek David from North Wales takes the third place there, 33.52. Congratulations to them, who all took part in heat number 11 in the 50s girls freestyle for girls aged between 50 and 13. We'll go onwards to heat number 12. But before we do start that race, I remind you all the results will be on swimwales.org if you want to check them out. If you've missed any races you were keen to see the results of. Okay, heat number 12, Georgia Jones in 1, the Van Wen Ellison in 2, Mia Gibson 3, Horsford Priest in 4, Tia Ward in 5, Lucy Harding 6, Rachel Maylett 7, and Caitlin Bradford in lane number 8. And it looks like lane number 1 started very fast on the outside, Georgia Jones, but also going strong. Lane number 7, we've got Rachel Maylett.
Yeah, Rachel Maylett looks like she's got a nose in front here from Georgia Jones. Also swimming well in lane 5's Tia Ward.
It's going to be very close. Yes, between 5, Tia Ward 7, and possibly 1 on the far side. Tia Ward just took that, or was it 7?
No, it was Rachel Maylett. I think she got that from Tia Ward. And Georgia Jones just faded slightly in the last few metres there, down into 3rd place.
Yeah, great stuff. Congratulations to all the girls. An absolutely fantastic race there. Very close, right till the very millisecond at the end. Rachel Maylett, congratulations to her in 1st place. Tia Ward in 2nd, didn't quite hold on enough. And Georgia Jones takes 3rd place. Great stuff, Richard. Very exciting, isn't it?
It was a great race, that. Could have thrown a blanket on them at the end there.
Right then, onwards we go to heat number 13. A local girl, once again. Richard will keep a keen eye on this. We've got quite a few locals actually in this race. Caitlin Ward in 1, Darcy Harry in 2, Rebecca Davis in 3, Rebecca Meredith in 4, Georgia Withy in 5, Lauren Johns in 6, Freya Watson in 7, and Pam Pelders in lane 8 completes this race. And in they go. Earlier on you mentioned how important the start is. It's still important for these girls as well, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think Pam Pelders had a lovely start there in lane 8, and at halfway she's in front.
Yeah,
she's also being pressed now by Caitlin Ward out in lane 1.
Yeah, 2 Swansea girls going head to head. They're friends. They'll be keen to get this win, and it looks like Caitlin Ward is pushing on in lane number 1, but also lane 7 is coming back fast. We've got Freya Watson really pushing now, but it will be Caitlin Ward from Swansea in her own swimming pool taking the win. Fantastic.
Yeah, 32.07 for Caitlin, and that's a 1.8 second PB for Caitlin. Freya Watson in 2nd, heads of the Valley swimmer, and Pam Pelders, good start from Pam, and she held on 32.77 as well for Pam.
Great stuff, there we go. Personal personal bests, how much do they mean to these girls? Because that's the best way they can track their progress, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, personal best from experience is that, that's what you mark yourself on in swimming. It's not where you swim in, it's not where you come in the race, it's whether you've improved.
Because that shows your progression.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, fantastic stuff. Okay, on to heat number 14 of the 50 metres freestyle for girls between age 10 and 13. Leah Owen is in lane 1, Shawnette Collingbourne in 2, Ellie Wood 3, Charlotte Shepherd 4, Catherine Barnes in 5, Rebecca Clines in 6, Phoebe Hopkins in 7, and Megan Elkley is in lane number 8. And they've gone past the halfway mark already, and it looks like lane number 2, Collingbourne is leading the field.
Yeah, Siobhan Collingbourne, she's a Newport swimmer, I think, in lane 2. She's just got her nose in front.
It's very close with lane number 1 and 8, Leah Owen and Megan Eckley really pushing her hard, but no, it will be the Newport girl, Shawnette Collingbourne in 1st place. Congratulations to her, great swim.
Yeah, 31.59, so I think that's probably our quickest so far this morning. Leah Owen, good swim from Leah, and Megan Eckley in 3rd place.
With the local girls, how well do they know each other? Do they often do meets?
Oh yeah, they swim against each other a lot. It's not just the Swim Wales meets at the Welsh National Pool, but also a lot of local meets in Swansea, Neath, etc. So they all swim against each other quite a lot. So that's why it's good for these swimmers to swim against a lot of other swimmers that they don't swim against.
Yeah, from across
normally.
the UK. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Onwards we go to heat 15 then. In 1 we've got Megan Taylor, Claudia Murray in 2, Eve Goddard-Smith in 3, India Ford in 4, Zed Paniga Gutierrez in 5 from Leeds, Eleanor Stitchfell in 6, Catherine Russell 7, and Sophie Barry in 8. And they're over the halfway stage. Lane number 2 looking very strong from the off. Claudia Murray just about in the lead there, Rich, at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like Claudia Murray's just about in the lead. She's been pressed by India Ford though in 4.
It's going to be a very close finish between Ford and Murray. Oh, I think Murray took it in 2nd place.
Took it 31.82 from India Ford, 31.9, and Eve Goddard-Smith in 3rd.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Claudia Murray in 1st place there, India Ford in 2nd, and Goddard-Smith completes the top 3 in 3rd place. Congratulations to all them 3 involved. Right, heat 15 that was. We're flying through them at a great pace, which is fantastic. Keep the momentum going, and congratulations to all swimmers so far. If you want to give them a shout out on Twitter, please do. Hashtag BGSN Live. We'll pass on all your thoughts and good luck messages to everybody on the internet. It goes global. I'm telling you, it's going global. Good stuff. Heat number 16 now. Ashley Jones in 1. Alau O'Rourke in 2. Rhiannon Haynes in 3. Amy McCrosty in 4. Lauren Wilson 5. Anna Dutt in 6. Katie Taylor in 7, and Faye Warren in lane number 8. And off we go. Closer towards the, I think lane number 7's had a fast start there. That's Katie Taylor.
Yeah, from the First Swimming Club. Also been big supporters of this event over the years. And Katie Taylor's going to take this, I think, quite comfortably.
She's got some competitive for second place for in lane number 3 and 4, but I think Taylor will take this. Yes, she will, by quite a few lengths. And in second place, I think it went to lane number 3, Rhiannon Haynes.
Yeah, 30.62 for Katie Taylor. So first swimmer, I think, under 31. So getting progressively quicker. And she took that quite handily in the end from Rhiannon Haynes in lane 3. And then I think it was Amy McCrosty in lane 4 who was 3rd. Yeah,
indeed it was, Richard. They'll be very happy with them PBs there. The PBs have been flying out the window all throughout the morning. Some great action has been happening in the pool. It's been a fantastic event so far. And onwards we go to heat number 17 out of 25 in the 50-metre freestyle for girls aged between 10 and 13. In lane number 1 we've got Katie Colwell. 2 we've got Katie Norris. Hannah Corson in 3. Sophia Strinati in 4. Eloise Clements in 5. Rebecca Lee Black in 6, Anna Weasel in 7, and Emma Lewis from San Trisant in lane number 8. And there will go. The middle pack are very close here.
Yeah, it looks like it's between lane 5, Ellie Clements, and Rebecca Lee Black in 6. And Rebecca's swimming quite strongly in this last 10 or 15 metres.
Yeah, Lucy Hanford looks like she's. Oh no, sorry. Black is going to take it to the line. Yeah, great stuff there.
Yeah, fantastic Rebecca Lee Black, great swim, 31.4. So she'll be happy with that. And that's a nice personal best for her, 1.2 second PB.
She got ahead earlier there and controlled it all the way, to be fair to her, didn't she?
Yeah, she was being pressed probably through the middle half of the race, and then she finished quite strongly in the last 10 metres.
To clarify the result then, Rebecca Black in 1st, Anna Weasel 2nd, and we've got Sunati in 3rd place. Once again, congratulations to them. Great stuff. As we move on from heat 17 to heat number 18. In lane number 1 we'll have Holly Rylands. In Elizabeth Arnold will be in 2, Demi Evans 3, Rhiannon Bowen in 4, Isabel Cockerham in 5, Lucy Hanford in 6, Caris Clark in 7, and Lucy Allen in lane 8. And off they go. That dive is all important, as Richard mentioned earlier on. And out of the water first, it looks like lane number 3 has got a nose in front there. Is that Demi Evans?
She may have, but Lucy Allen out in lane 8 has shown some real fast early speed down that first 25.
Yeah, it's going to be very close, but lane number 1 and 2 are really pushing and leading the field now. They're trying to break away, but lane number 8, as Richard said, is definitely leading the way. It's going to be a win for Lucy Allen in lane number 8, but 2nd and 3rd will be very, very close. Congratulations to Lucy Allen there.
Yeah, 30.3 for Lucy Allen, so again under 31, so good swim from Lucy.
And we'll get the confirmation on 2nd and 3rd for you. Lucy Allen in 1st, we've just said. Rhiannon Bowen took 2nd place in lane number 4, and in lane number 3 in 3rd place, Demi Evans. Congratulations to them. They'll be exiting the pool, and the girls in heat number 19 will be making their way on the other end. In lane number 1 from Harlech, North Wales, we've got Chelsea Smedley. From Pembrokeshire, Arabelle Haley. Laurie Pearce in 3, which is a local Swansea girl. From Leeds, Megan Bannon. Abertillery, Robin Gilson. Dorking, we've got Amelia Fenimore. And Chester, we've got Georgia Williams. And Llantrisant, Amelia Edmonds completes the field, and into the water they go, and the first 20 metres is over in a wink of an eye. It's hard to say who's the lead there, but lane 7's going strong. Also lane number 2 at the far side, and in the middle of it all, this is very close, isn't it?
Yeah, we throw a blanket on this one. It looks like it probably could be Georgia Williams out in 7, who might just take this.
Yeah, it's going to be close.
But Arabelle Haley going well in 2 as well.
Yeah,
but I think
it's
Georgia Williams
7,
from Haley.
Just about there, very close.
Yeah, Georgia Williams has just taken it from Arabella Haley, and I think it was probably Robin Gibson in 3rd in lane 5, the Abertillery swimmer.
Great stuff there. When you're so far apart in lane 2 and lane 7, you've got no idea who's in the lead from that far away from on the
It is difficult sometimes to see it. You know, there's a lot of splash going on, and it's difficult to pick it up. But you know, again, it's it's really important that these girls learn to breathe both sides, especially when you're in the middle lanes. You can pick up then exactly where you are in the race.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, to clarify that, Williams took first, we've got Arabelle Haley in second, and Gilson took third place. Congratulations to all them girls, and they'll be moving on to the next heat a little bit later on in the day. We'll move on to heat number 20. Out of 25 heats in the 50 freestyle for girls aged between 10 and 13. Grace Morgan is in the lane number 1. Helena right, how do we say this one? This is a mouthful, isn't it?
I think it's Helena Zorba-Ward.
Zorba-Ward, excellent stuff there, Rich. Thank you very much for that. Sophie Dodd in 3, Annalise Bainon in 4, Rebecca Handley will be in 5, Mena Phillips in 6, Rachel Bate in 7, and to complete the field, a girl from an hour down the road in Cardiff, Morgan Harvey. We're just waiting for the starters to give them permission to go onto their blocks. Slowly they make their way. So this is the 20 of 25 prelims in the girls 50-meter freestyle. The girls aged between 10 and 13, and they're into the water, and out they come quick. And lane number 4, there, Annalise Bainon with a very fast start.
Yeah, she started really well. That's she's probably our City Cardiff swimmer. She started extremely quickly in lane 4. She's not going to be headed in this.
Yeah, and in lane number 1, given a bit of competition, Grace Morgan on the far side, but Bainon seems to be holding on just about. It's going to be close for first place, really being pushed right to the line. Groups between Bainon and Morgan, lane 4 and 1. But Bainon held on. She started extremely fast there. She showed some strength in the middle quarter and just about held on in the dying seconds of that race. Congratulations in first place, and Annalise Bainon.
Yeah, she was hanging on at the end there. She'd run out of petrol, but she did enough in the first 35, 40 metres to win that race.
Yeah, and second place went to Grace Morgan, and third place in lane number 8 on our closer side here, Morgan Harvey. Great stuff once again. It's so great to see the girls really pushing themselves right to the limit, not giving up at any stage during the race.
No, not in the 50-metre race. I mean, and you can see you can make quite a difference in the last 10 metres. If you can keep it going, you can certainly get yourself up a couple of places if you keep it going to the wall.
Okay, off we go with heat number 21. The girls are into the pool. In 1, we've got Hannah White, Maya Semonyov Hoyland in 2, Penny Butterworth in 3, Lucy Buchan in 4, Rebecca Fisher in 5, Laura Lukacs in 6, Abigail Rylance in 7, and Megan Pirrie is in lane number 8. And once again, the field is very, very close as we come into the last 20.
Yeah, it looks like it's Abigail Rylance who's got her nose in front in lane 7, but she's being pressed now by Megan Pirrie out in 8, and Megan Pirrie looks like she might just get up, and also...
Very close, extremely close.
Megan Pirrie actually just got that 600th of a second from Abigail Rylance in second.
And that's showing you what you've got to race right till the dying seconds.
Absolutely, you've got to race to the wall, and certainly Megan, she certainly raced to the wall in that race.
Yeah, and so Megan Pirrie took that in first place. Abigail Rylance leading all the way, but just lost it at the end in second, and Semonyov Hoyler in third place. Congratulations to them girls, and we go on to heat number 22 out of 25. In lane number 1 we'll have Christine Laurie, Elizabeth McCulloch in 2, Megan Nicholas in 3, Alice Glover in 4, Megan Rogers will be in 5, Hannah Myers in 6, Sian Edwards in 7, and Katie Hicks completes the field in lane number 8. They're into the pool, and lane number 1 looks like they had a very fast start. That's Christine Laurie.
Yeah, lane number 1, that was Christine Laurie who had the best start. Also out in 8 is Katie Hicks, Pembrokeshire County.
Yeah, Laurie looking comfortable in lane number 1. The fight for second is between lane number 2, possibly lane number 8, but 3 is fighting back again. This is extremely close. Now lane number 8 is pushing for the first place as well. Yeah, Hicks has really pushed hard there. Did she take it from Laurie? I don't think she did. No, she didn't quite manage it, unfortunately, for Katie Hicks. So Christine Laurie in first place, Katie Hicks second, and in third, Elise McCulloch.
That's actually half a second between Katie Hicks and Christine Laurie in that race. It certainly didn't look like there was half a second from where we're sitting.
No, it looked extremely close from our vantage point here in the stand. But once again, a very tense finish and a great race.
Maybe Christine Laurie's got long arms and she activated the pad under the water.
It's all about that reach, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay, onwards we go to heat number 23. Charlotte Hook in 1, Amber Owen in 2, Emily Johnson in 3, Hannah Denny in 4, Catherine Fry will be in 5, Molly T. Smithfield in 6, Eleanor Wixie in 7, and Emily Arnold, local girl from Swansea, in lane number 8. And they've already started, and 2 starting very well. Also in the middle, lane number 4 going strong.
Yeah, we might see some swimmers under 30 if out of this heat. Also going nicely in lane 4's Hannah Denny.
Yeah. but Amber Owen just in second place from 4, Hannah Denny there. Hannah Denny looks like she's going to be strong enough to hold off. Second place is very, very tight. Denny takes it, and second place, I would think it was lane number 2 there, Amber Owen, I think, but it was very close. Yes, it was Amber Owen, in fact. Hannah Denny there in first place, 29.15. Should be delighted with that time.
Yeah, first swimmer under 30, also under Owen. She was also under 30 as well with a 29.85. So that's a good personal best for both those swimmers, actually, by about half a second.
And Molly Smith would be gutted. 30 seconds on the nose, not quite
really?
under 30.
I'm sure she'd be pleased though, because it's half a second PB for her. But I'm sure she probably preferred to have seen 29.99 up there.
Okay, on to heat number 24. Hannah Sloan in 1, Beth Constance in 2, Rachel Weller in 3, Louis Masters in 4, Isabel Bunn in 5, Molly Darcy in 6, Abby Hollyoak in 7, and Laurie Evans in lane number 8. And the middle field are leading the way here, leading the charge. We've got lane number 5 and 4 really pushing hard against each other there.
Yeah, we've got Lois Masters and Isabel Bunn out in 4 and 5, and also Molly Darcy in 6, also going nicely. These 3 are going to take it.
It's an extremely close finish, Richard. I think lane number 4 there, Lois Masters took that.
29.31, 29.47, 29.58, so a couple of tenths in between all those swimmers.
Yeah, fantastic standard once again, and PBs everywhere in the pool this morning, which was fantastic to see. So to clarify that result for you, Lois Masters in 1, Molly Darcy in 2nd place, and Isabel Bunn takes 3rd place. The standard is fantastic, Richard. We've got to admit that, haven't we?
We have. I mean, tremendous swimming for these girls now to start going under 30 in the this is a 10 to 13 age group. So for these swimmers now to start going under 30 seconds, that's a good standard.
Okay, the last heat of these 25-50 metres freestyle for girls. Kerry Sinclair in 1, Charlotte Marshall 2, Caitlin Dermery in 3, Isabel McNabb in 4, Pavan Mohawa in 5, Jessie Walters in 6, Isabel Berlin in 7, and Sophie Smith in lane number 8. We're over halfway stage in this race, and once again the girls are going hard, and it's very close between quite a few lanes here.
Yeah, Pavan Mohawa in lane 5. Looks like she's just going to take this.
Yeah,
and also going out in Sophie Smith out in 8.
Yeah, I think you're spot on with that, Richard. Mohawa takes it in 1st place, and 2nd place, I think it looked like it was lane number 8 there, didn't it? But
it did, but she's in 5th, so
not sure what happened there from where we were. It looked very, very close, but the actual official result goes to Pavan Mohawa in 1st place, Isabel McNabb in 2nd, and Caitlin Demery in 3rd place. All of them girls plus 4th place Charlotte Marshall busting that 30. Involved on Twitter, hashtag BGSN Live with your thoughts, your questions, or a shout out for anybody. Please do get involved on Twitter. The hashtag once again is BGSN Live. Right, we'll be moving on shortly to the next event, which is the boys aged between 15 and 18 200 metre backstroke. Now, with the backstroke, technique-wise, what would we expect from these swimmers?
We'll be looking for these swimmers to have some good underwater skills. I mean, as I said before, it's quicker to swim underwater than it is to so certainly with these backstroke boys, we'll be looking for some good underwater skills, and both from the start and the turn. And if you've got those skills in backstroke, that can make a considerable difference to your time.
Okay, in lane number 1, we've got Daniel Picton, Connor McNeil in 2, James Jones in 3, Rhys Jones in 4, Christopher Whitaker in 5, Stephen Waite in 6, Daniel O'Jones in 7, and Ryan Buckeleg in lane number 8. And lane number 8, Daniel Buckeleg started very well.
Yeah, he's had a good start there, and showed some good skills off the wall.
Yeah, Buckeleg seems to be strong at this part of the race. Very, very tight. How much of is stamina a key factor for this race?
I think with the 200 metre races, I mean, a lot of these kids will be looking to pace the race properly, or even paced. The coaches will have all told the kids what they need to go out in and what they need to come back in their second 100. They call the second 100 the back end. And so most of the coaches will have had a word with the kids and said, this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
A lot of these children as well, they'll be able to pace a race reasonably well because of the amount of training they've done. So they will understand how quickly they're going in the water.
Yeah, but it looks like Rhys Jones in lane number 4 is pacing it very well at the moment. He's clearly ahead, and 2nd place between lane number 2 and lane number 3, Connor McNeil and James Jones.
Now Rhys has got an entry time of 2:31, and he's just turned in 1:11, so he'll be looking to probably come back in probably around 1:15, 1:16, so that'll give him a nice 4 or 5 second personal best.
Yeah, great stuff. So Reese is very happy and in a comfortable position at the moment. Reese is a local boy to some extent from Llantrysant, which is about an hour east of Swansea. In second place here at the moment, we've got lane number 3, which is James Jones from Sir Gard from Pembrokeshire that way. He's comfortably in second place at the moment, and lane number 2 is looking strong. Conor McNeil in third place right now as they go for the turn.
So Reese with the 149 there. So that was what did he turn in? He turned in about a 111, didn't he? So he's done probably about a 36-37 split.
Adrenaline obviously is a part of this, and that's the danger, isn't it? The adrenaline takes you too fast in the first.
It's a big problem with the 200 because you can basically just run out of gas, and if you don't get your pacing right, it looks like Reese has done a good job.
Yeah.
And as I said, he's going to hopefully come in with about a 227, 228.
So Reese Jones there. He comfortably takes that. Great victory for him. The time was 2.2810.
Yeah, 228.10 for Reese. So that's a good, probably 3-second PB for him. So he'd be pretty pleased with that, I'd imagine.
Yeah, great stuff there, and showed exactly how to pace himself in a rate. A great example for all the swimmers that will be coming up in the 200 backstroke in a while. So to clarify that result for you, Rhys Jones in first place, Conor McNeil in second, 2:32.57, and James Jones in third place, 2:32.92. Congratulations to them. A great effort and setting the bar and the standard very high.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was a good start, actually.
So the second heat we go now. In lane number 1, James Ross, Matthew Sullivan in 2, Zayed Abidul Majed in 3, Joshua Hillman in 4, Owen Bevan 5, Joe Hamilton in lane number 6, and Nathan Watt in 7, and Carl Smith in 8. As the boys prepare to start the race. Up they go. It's quite a dynamic start, isn't it, Richard? Really explosive start to the race.
Yeah, it's an explosive start, and you can see there that the best underwater skills there were from Nathan Watt, I think, out in lane 7. And as they hit the first 25, he's got himself out in front. And also, James Ross had a good start out in lane 1, who's Warrington
I think
swimmer.
lane 1 has taken the lead. James Ross is just about in the lead. We'll see as they turn any seconds now. But he's looking very strong there straight off. Yes, it will be James Ross, 32.21 on the first turn. Would you be happy with that as a split time so far?
Well, I think he'll probably be happy with that. He's got an entry time of 2:30, so 32.2 for the first 50s, showing good speed. And if he keeps that momentum up, he'll be going a lot quicker than 2:30.
So we've got James Ross in the first lane, in first place. Lane number 4, Joshua Hillman is in second right now, quite comfortably so. But 7 and 8 are pushing him. Nathan Watt is coming back strong, and he'll have something to say about this in the later half of this straight as they come to the wall for the second turn. Still in the lead, James Ross.
So 68.39 for James Ross. So he's about 3 seconds quicker than the previous heat. And if you think, if you cast our minds back to Rhys Jones from Leicester in the previous heat, he was about a 1:11 at halfway, finished in 2:28. So we'd probably expect James to go probably 2 or 3 seconds quicker than 2:28.
And technique-wise, it's important, isn't it, that they keep that head really central and straight throughout the race?
Yeah, the thing with backstroke is if you keep your head still and you basically aim for a slight rocking movement with the shoulders to give yourself some extra power. And James has got good technique. That was a bit of a tired turn there from James. Not too many underwater skills coming off that third turn, and
he didn't explode off the wall there as he's done the other ones, and that coincidentally means that lane number 4, Joshua Hillman, is right in the mix now and possibly creeping into the lead. Hillman in lane 4 is putting a real fight to James Ross, which has been leading all the way so far.
Yeah, it looks like probably Joshua Hillman's going to take this. He's come through in the second 100, so he's paced the race a little bit better.
Yeah, James Ross looks strong enough for second, but 7 and 8, Nathan Watt and Carl Smith are very close for third place. Congratulations, James Ross in second, but it was Joshua Hillman that beat him to the post, if you like, into first place. A great race there again, and Hillman showing some great strength and courage right in the last leg of that race.
Yeah, he paced the race a little bit better. He went through in about 70 seconds through the first 100, and then showed some better back-end speed over the second 100.
It was really on that last turn that James Ross kind of just started to flag a bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was looking tired. That third turn was, you could tell that was a tired swimmer coming out of that turn.
Okay, to clarify the results for you, a great race there in the 200 backstroke. Joshua Hillman in first, James Ross in second, and Carl Smith in lane number 8, sneaking in by 20 tenths of a second in third place. Right, we'll move forward to heat number 3. As I said, it's the 200 metre backstroke for boys between 15 and 18. As the boys jump into the pool, gather their thoughts and prepare for the start. Lane number 7 won't be racing here. Woodruck hasn't turned up. He's in Hemel-Hampstead still. Decided to stay in London for the day. Is that where Hemel-Hampstead is? I think it is London, isn't it?
Yeah, it's somewhere in the southeast.
Yeah. Okay, lane number 1 we've got Samuel D. Withers, Daniel Thomas in 2, Stephen Morris in 3, Joe Lynch in 4, Jonathan Orchard in 5, Torjay Wheeler in 6, and 7, as we said, Frederick Woodcock hasn't turned up, and Kyle Stubbs in lane number 8. Now then, as we look at the field, the middle lane there, we've got 4, 5 and 6 showing some potential of the lead there, and I think it's going to go to 4 in the lead. We've got Joe Lynch just to the turn in the lead.
Yeah, Joe Lynch is a Leicester Penguins swimmer, 31.6.
31.6 in second place so far, Jonathan Orchard, and in third, Tor Wheeler. A very close race so far. Everyone gathering their thoughts in the middle of the pool, taking their time. It's, as Richard said earlier, it's all about pacing yourself in this race. You don't want to go off too fast, because too fast and flagging at the end is not the ideal scenario. As we come in for the second touch of the wall, it's still lane number 4. Joe Lynch from Leicester Penguins still in the lead. Lane number 5, Jonathan Orchard is in second, and it's close for third place between Tor Wheeler and Stefan Morris.
So 66 for those boys at the 100 metre mark, so a couple of seconds up on the previous heat. So we're probably looking for these boys now to go around the 220 mark, maybe slightly under.
Right, if you're a mum and dad from Scotland or England watching this online, remember we're on Twitter, #BGSNLive. You can give your son, your daughter a shout out, or any thoughts or questions, please do get involved on Twitter, #BGSNLive. Right, as we come to the turn, once again, Joe Lynch is strong, and I think he's still in the lead there, the far side of the pool.
Yeah, Joe Lynch still just from Jonathan Orchard, but Jonathan slightly better paced race, I think, from Jonathan Orchard from Pembrokeshire County.
It's going to be a close one, Richard, as they come to the final wall here.
Yeah, I don't want to call this. Joe Lynch still swimming well, and he looks in control actually. But Jonathan Orchard starting to press him now as well.
Yeah,
both these swimmers are finishing strongly.
He's really pushing for the line now, Orchard. Can Lynch hold on in the final 10 stroke? Orchard is really pushing him. Lynch is just about in the front, but Orchard is there. That is extremely close, but Joe Lynch from Leicester Penguins just holding on, 20.1625. And Orchard, actually, his score hasn't come up because he's had a soft touch on the wall there, Richard.
Yeah, I think.
So could this be a change of result?
Possibly. They were pretty close. 2:16.25 for Joe, 2:16.4 for Jonathan Orchard. So that's they're good swimmers actually.
Yeah,
2:16 for those boys. Joe Lynch just outside his personal best, and Jonathan Orchard there with a personal best by half a second. So looks like Joe's maybe got a little bit in hand, but
interesting, wasn't it? That was very interesting, that race.
Yeah, it was a good race, good pace race from Jonathan Orchard in second place.
Yeah, and third place went, just so you know, to Tor Wheeler in third place. Congratulations to him. We move on to the final heat of the 200 metre backstroke for boys between 15 and 18 years old. Heat number 4. I'm lying to you, or how dare I? I do apologise. Heat number 4. So we've got Callum Wellman in 1, William Riley in 2, Alexander McCauley in 3, Michael Hyer in 4. In number 5, we've got George Boast, Adam Horton in 6, and Connor Lowry in 7. And to complete the field, we have Liam Noonman. And off they go, that explosive start once again. First up out the water, but not in the lead. In lane number 7, we have the leader so far, Connor Lowry, with a very fast start indeed, Richard.
Yeah, George Boast as well. Good start from George in lane 5. He showed some good skills off the wall there as well. And quickest entry time into this event, Michael Hyer in 4. He's got a 2:14 entry time, which is similar to Joe Lynch in the previous heat.
Yeah, and Michael Hyer's first to that wall, 30.83 there. Second place, Connor Lowry in lane number 7. Really going to have to push hard now.
These last 3 heats, they're all cyclically seeded, so the top 6 swimmers on entry times will have lanes 4 and 5 in the last 3 heats.
Okay.
So if we looked at if you look at the heats, Joe Lynch and Jonathan Orchard were our seeded swimmers in heat 3, and Michael Hire and George Boast in this heat. And then in the final heat it'll be Michael Ross and Jordan Stratham.
Yeah. And in lane number 4, Michael Hire, he's really leading the way. He is clearly in front. Yeah,
64.05 from Mikey, so he's going pretty well out in front.
George Boast, he's in the mix with him, isn't he?
He is. I think Michael's starting to relax into this third 50. He looks like he's quite comfortable knowing that he's probably going to do a time good enough to get him in the final. So he's not trying to take too much out of himself in this early morning heat.
Fair enough, pacing himself for the big event later on. Michael Hire leading the way to George Boast. He's very close as they turn to the wall. George Boast has actually nipped a few tenths of a second in front of him, but not too much of a concern for Michael Hire, do you think?
No, I think he's probably going fairly easily, I think, down that third 50 and coming into the final 50. You do need to be careful though, because there is another heat to go.
Yeah.
There are some swimmers there with entry times of around 2:20, so they would be capable of, if they're capable of dropping 5 or 6 seconds, that might put Michael Hire's time in jeopardy.
Yeah, and there you go. George Boast completes the race in first place, and Hire takes second place. So the clear leaders from the off, and they'll be extremely happy with that. And as you said, Richard, it's quite comfortable for them both. And do you think they paced that to the clock as such?
Yeah, Michael looked as though he was in control there, and hasn't taken too much out of himself. And that was a good swim as well from George Boast. He looked in control as well.
So to clarify the result there for you, in first place George Boast from Llantrisant, which is in South Wales. In second place Michael Hire from Pembrokeshire, and in third place with a time of 2:20.40 Adam Hornton in lane number 6. Now we will go on to the final heat of the 200 metre freestyle backstroke for boys. There was 5 heats in total, and this is the final one. So in lane number 1 here we have Luke Saunders, in 2 James F. Stephen, 3 Dylan Jones, 4 Michael Ross, Jordan Stratham in 5, George Firth in 6, Taliesin Davis, and Giovanni Di Siena in lane number 8. So these boys are all between 15, 16 and 17 in this race. And as we prepare for the start, off they go.
So we've got Michael Ross and Jordan Stratham, who are our seeded swimmers in this heat, lanes 4 and 5.
Yeah, and it's them boys, they're taking it quite easy at the moment in 4 and 5. I think just about in lane number 6 in the lead at the moment. We've got George Firth from Cirencester, but then lane number 4 now, he's showing his quality straight away. Kind of going to set the pace and probably take it easy then. Michael Ross from Morrington will be the first to the wall.
30.5 for Michael Ross. I think that's probably our quickest first 50 of this event.
Yeah, he looks very comfortable, and he's kind of a good body length in the lead right now.
Yeah, I think Jordan Stratham's probably going pretty comfortably. Lincoln Vulcan swimmer in lane 5, probably looking to pace this.
He's quite a way back right now. Is that a concern at all? He knows what he's doing, I take it.
We could probably make a judgment on that after the next 50 about whether he's taking it easy or whether he's starting to struggle.
So
64.12 for Michael Ross at 100 metres. Dylan Jones, Torvine Dolphins in second there.
Yeah, and George Firth in third place with 108.59 at the turn. Very comfortably and far ahead at the moment. Lane 4 is Michael Ross. So we'll look towards second place for this heat. As Richard said, a few of them are seeded, and we'll be looking for a comfortable swim here and keeping their energy for the heats later on and the finals.
Yeah.
So as we hit the wall now for the final turn, Michael Ross quite comfortably ahead, but let's have a look at second and third here, Richard.
Yeah, it looks like Dylan Jones he's in second, and George Firth in third, I think. For some reason Michael Ross didn't register there.
Yeah, there's some soft touches on the board there, so the times aren't quite clear. But that's for sure. It will be Michael Ross to take first place in this final heat of the 200 backstroke. Second place looks quite comfortably for lane number 3, which is Dylan Jones. And to finish, it's going to be quite tight, I think, between lane number 6 and 7. 7 pushing really hard. Taliesin Davis from Oswestry is looking like he's going to get third place. As he pushes in the final strokes, Taliesin Davis will take third place.
Yeah, 2:13.7 there for Michael Ross. I think that was our quickest entry time. into tonight's final. So Michael will be in the 17-18-year-old final. I think Dylan Jones in second. I don't know what time Dylan did because it's not activated. And then Taliesin Davis in third.
Yeah, good stuff. Taliesin Davis will be happy with that time. Was that a personal best for him?
Yeah, 2:22. Yeah. So a couple of second PB for him, and he'd be pretty pleased, I would imagine.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. So that concludes the 200-metre backstroke for boys between 15 and 18 in the Wales Swim Nationals 2013, sponsored by British Gas. It's been a fantastic morning so far. We've had the 50-metre freestyle for boys and the 50-metre freestyle for girls, and we will move on next to the 200-metre backstroke for the girls between 14 and 18. We've only got, well, according to our stats and information, 3 racers here, but only 2 have turned up, and that is in lane number 4 and 5. So Lauren Flynn will be in 4, and Kath Parsonage will be in 5. As Richard said earlier, it's all about pacing yourself in this race. A little bit difficult with 2 in the race, I'd imagine, to pace yourself, as there's only 2 of you involved and you're not really sure of what the rest of the field are going to be doing. So this will be quite interesting, but it's important for these girls to give it the best and maybe aim for a personal best here. Lauren Flynn in 4 and Kath Parsonage will be in lane number 5, and 5 Parsonage is leading the way at the moment. Remember, we are on Twitter if you want to get involved and get your comments over to us so the world can see them. See how your kids are doing today. If you're in Scotland or in England, please do get involved on Twitter. Hashtag BGSN Live, and we will read your tweets out a little bit later on. We'll also, if you're in the National Swimming Pool here in Swansea, let us know about it and we'll give you a shout out as well. And also all the results, if you're interested, if you've missed a few results, you've come back in from shopping or whatever you've been doing on this Saturday morning, you can also see all the results at swimwales.org, or catch up with today's action by visiting youtube.com Quipu TV. That is QUIPU TV. Please do get involved. Right then, back to the 200 freestyle here. Only 2 competitors in this first heat. We will have 7 heats in all of the 200 metres backstroke for girls. But at the moment, Lauren Flynn on the turn. 1.2075, and Parsonage very close, as you can see, 1.21.79. So these girls taking their time. Both of them, Lauren Flynn 14 and Parsonage 15. Lauren Flynn from Merthyr, just down the road, and Parsonage from Chirk Dragons. The personal best time, seeded times at the moment, are both of them very, very close. 2.4834 for Lauren Flynn and 2.4845 for Parsonage. So Flynn, the slight favourite here, but on race day anything can happen, and these girls will just be hoping, I'd imagine, to beat their personal best. As they come to the turn, Flynn is just about in the lead. The girls looking a little bit tired now, I must admit, as they come for the final turn. They'll be hoping now to really push themselves, to finish strong and smash their personal best times. If you're just joining us, welcome to Swansea National Pool. It's the British Gas Swim Wales Summer Nationals 2013, and this will be happening live, streaming live for the next 7 days on the internet. And remember Twitter, hashtag BGNS Live, and we'll get all your tweets out and all your good luck messages to all that are involved here today. Now then, as we come to the final stages of this 200 metre backstroke for girls, 2 competing in this first heat, Lauren Flynn and Catherine Parsonage in lane number 4. Looks like Lauren Flynn from Merthyr Tydfil is going to take this. Yes, she is, quite comfortably in the end, a few strokes ahead of Parsonage, and 2.5005 her time, and Parsonage 2.50. 2 seconds off their seeded time and personal best, but it's very hard in a race of this such to really push yourself, especially with 2 girls involved, but they'll be happy with that. Nonetheless, congratulations to both of them. And we will move on now to the second heat, which is a full field, you'll be glad to hear. We've got in lane number 1 Rhiannon Davis, in lane number 2 Melissa Edmonds, Laura McBride in 3, Nicola Grange in 4, Eleanor Booth in 5, Megan Williams in 6, Carish James in 7, and Amy McQueen. Now we may have gathered Richard was a bit quiet then, because he's popped off. He's like a local celebrity here, he knows everybody. Where have you been, Richard? Have you been talking to your fans?
No, just had a pit stop.
Fair enough, good stuff. Okay then, the last race, Richard, only 2 racing. It's very hard, isn't it, with 2 of you to kind of pace yourself and push yourself, because there's not as much of a competitive field.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's that is quite hard when there's only a couple of you in the race. So, but hopefully this heat will be a little easier for them, and in this second heat of the girls 200 backstroke, and pretty close coming into the first 50 split.
Yeah, indeed they are. Quite a few local swimmers here as well. As Richard will keep an eye on Megan Williams in lane 6 from Swansea and Amy McQueen from 8 as they turn. In lane number 1 we've got Megan Williams, 37.92, that's her split time in second. Eleanor Booth at the moment, and in third place Nicola Grange as they turn for the first time. It's very, very close in this race, but slowly in the middle the girls are starting to move away. In lane number 5 at the moment, I think it's lane number 5, we've got Eleanor Booth from Cardiff just about leading the way from 6, Megan Williams, and 4, Nicola Grange is also in the mix as we come to the wall for the second time. But Megan Williams and Eleanor Booth leading the way, looking very comfortable. But 8 is getting involved now, Amy McQueen, which is a local girl here in Swansea, Richard.
Yeah, we've got two Swansea swimmers in this, Megan Williams in 6 and Amy McQueen in 8, and they're showing up quite well through that first 100 metres, both under 120 at the 100 metre mark.
Richard won't get excited yet, but in the finals, I think if they were racing, Richard would be a lot more excited than this. I think he'd be shouting and screaming by now for the local girls here in Swansea.
It's when you're a commentator, you need to be impartial.
Okay, as we go to the wall for the third time, it does look comfortably in the lead. We've got in lane number 4, Eleanor Booth. Oh, is that number? What number is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's lane number 6, is it?
It's lane 5 who's got herself out in front. It's Eleanor Booth out in lane 5, and Amy McQueen come through into second place out in lane 8.
Yeah, Amy McQueen looking to push now. It's all about keeping going right till the final wall, and McQueen is going to push Eleanor Booth all the way, I'd imagine, but Booth is looking quite comfortable there to finish this race in first place. It's all about second in lane number 4. Nicola Grange is trying to push for that second place.
Yeah, strong swimming from Amy McQueen down this final 50 metres, but Eleanor Booth's going to take this quite comfortably, the Cardiff swimmer.
Yeah, and McQueen looks like she'll take second, and Nicola Grange in lane number 4 is going to take third place. A great little race. That was an interesting race, wasn't it? Because it's one of them races you see someone go ahead and then someone does come back, but then again, you know, Booth really pushed on right at the end to cement that victory.
Yeah, she finished well. She had a good first half, and she just consolidated then down the second 100. And Amy McQueen showed it was a good paced race from Amy. She went through in about 120 for the first 100 metres, and then came back for the back end of 122. So that was a good last 100 metres from Amy. Yeah,
Eleanor Booth there in first, Amy McQueen second, Nicola Grange in third, and Eleanor Booth will be very happy with that time, 2.4113, which is beating a personal best of 2.4312. Rich.
Yep, absolutely, 2:41 there for Eleanor Booth. A good time, and a couple of second PB for her.
Now there's 7 heats in this 200 metre backstroke for the girls, aged between 14 and 18, and we're on heat number 3 right now. In lane number 1 we'll have Abigail Worrell in 2, Jennifer Sharp, Carla Thorne-Newell in 3, Lucy Glover in 4, Ellie Matthews in 5, Naomi Hughes in 6, Caris A. Thomas in 7, and to complete the field we've got Sadie Milton in lane number 8. Now the middle of the field, as you explained earlier, are seeded for this race, aren't they? Their times, they're generally the faster ones, is that correct?
Yeah, they will be the lanes 4 and 5 will be the fastest swimmers in this in this particular heat. The change happens in the final 3 heats of the event, where the top 6 swimmers all get a central lane. So the top 6 swimmers will all get lanes 4 and 5 in the final 3 heats. It's basically called cyclical seeding.
Okay, and it's lane number 5 that's leading the way at the moment. We've got Ellie Matthews leading the way right in the middle of the field, but lane number 8 is very close as well. Sadie Milton is pushing her just as hard, and maybe Sadie Milton actually is in the lead. It's very, very close between these 2 lanes, and lane number 4 also pushing hard.
Yeah, she shows some good speed, Sadie Milton, out in lane 8, and she's certainly going to turn first.
Yes, she is.
It'll be interesting to see now whether she can hold it together down this second 100 metres, and she's being pressed by Ellie Matthews, Llantrystant Sharks in lane 5.
The race is definitely on as well for third place. We've got lane 7 and 6, and also lane 5 really pushing hard for that. So the top 4 now starting slowly to pull away, but still in the lead. Definitely lane 8, Sadie Milton leading the way, but Ellie Matthews won't be letting her go just yet, and we're definitely up to the turn. They'll still competitive, won't they?
Yes, Ellie Matthews and Sadie Milton, they're still locked together. I think probably Lucy Glover's starting to make a move in 4 as well. She's starting to come through. Still Sadie Milton though at the 150, 156.65.
Now these are only the heats of this stage tonight. Win the finals, the crowd will be going wild, but right now it's about pacing yourself and getting yourself through to the next round, and that was what these girls' main objection will be, without over-tiring themselves here. But it's important to qualify, isn't it? You don't want to take too much of a risk.
No, you don't. You've got to make sure that you cement a time, and girls need to be mindful of that, particularly the girls that are going to be swimming in the final 3 heats. Lucy Glover's come back well as well. I said she was starting to come through
indeed she has.
Into the 3rd turn, and she's come through well into this final 10 metres or so.
Ellie Matthews took that just about from Lucy Glover there, I think.
And Sadie Milton just faded there into 3rd, but still did some exceptional times. They're all doing PBs.
Great stuff. So in first place, to clarify there, we've got Ellie Matthews, a race that she kind of controlled from the start, to be honest with you. And in second place, Lucy Glover. And in third place, we've got Sadie Milton with a time of 2.3800, which completely smashes her personal best by a good length, to be honest with you, by 4 seconds there. So great stuff for you. Ellie Matthews also doing very, very well there, and beating her personal best by 3 seconds. And Lucy Glover will be happy as well, another 3 seconds off her personal best, which is fantastic news for all the girls involved in heat number 3. On as we go then to heat number 4. The girls are all lined up right now, but it looks like lane number 4 is a no-show, so Jessica Stafford won't be involved in this race, I'm afraid. So she won't be competing. So 7 girls going head-to-head in heat number 4 of the 7 heats that we've got for the 200 backstroke for girls aged between 14 and 18. In lane number 1, we have got Annie Keppel-Palmer. No, sorry, that's the next heat. Lucy Fairbanks will be in 1, Molly Anderson in 2, Sarah Cummins in 3, in 5, Carrie O'Rourke. Stephanie Strang will be in 6, Francesca Griffin in 7, and Lauren Palmer-Jones will be in lane number 8.
So they'll be judging themselves on the previous heat, which was around a 2:37, 2:38 time. So these girls will be hoping to go a little bit quicker than that. They've got entry times of around 2:37, 2:38. So I'd imagine they'll be looking to improve a little bit on that.
Yeah. So first to the wall in lane number 7, Francesca Griffin, with a time of 36.47. That's very fast, isn't it?
I think that's our quickest split so far. So be looking to consolidate that down this second 50. And
lane number 1 also in the mix right there is Annie Keppel-Palmer. She's pushing hard on the far side from where we are in the grandstand, and perhaps she's sneaking into the lead now. No, well, lane number 7, Griffin, is holding on strong. She's quite clearly in the lead actually by a stroke or 2. So right now in the race, what will these girls be thinking? Will it be about getting in the mix, or will it be just about going hard? I mean, how competitive
depends on what their, I guess it depends on what their race strategy is. I mean, some of these girls will be looking to go out quickly and then hold on, and then other girls will be looking to swim a bit more even paced and come through, a bit like Lucy Glover did in the previous heat, where she swam a fairly evenly paced race. Molly Anderson looks like she's starting to come through in lane 2. She wasn't really showing through the first 100 metres, but has swum a very good first 30 of this back end, and is starting to press Lucy Fairbanks.
Yeah, but it's still Francesca Griffin in first place as we come for the turn from Black Lion Swimming Club. If you're from the Black Lion Swimming Club and not able to be here today, get involved on Twitter, #BGSNLive, and we'll pass on all your good messages and get them retweeted, favourited, and all that jazz. Right, and back to the race, the 200 metre backstroke for the girls.
So Francesca Griffin, who's showed early speed and has held on.
Yeah, and in the lane number 1, we've got Keppel-Palmer. She looks like she's in second, and lane number 2, Isabel Davis, is in third. Well, once again,
we're on heat 4. We are.
I'm getting ahead of myself here. There we go.
Yeah, it looks like it's Francesca Griffin from Molly Anderson, who's just come through into second place.
Great stuff.
And she definitely got. Very difficult to tell with the backstroke when they finish. It looked like Molly Anderson had just got herself up into second, but Lucy Fairbanks with a touch underneath which we couldn't see. It's just
you're spot on there, Rich. It was Molly Anderson in second place, and in third place, they changed it last minute.
Yeah, Lucy Fairbanks got second, Molly Anderson third, both 2:36 there, and Francesca Griffin a good time at 2:34, and big PBs for all those girls. They'll be very happy with that, I imagine.
Fantastic stuff. Very frustrating it must be for the girls to look up and then kind of when they change it last minute like that. How often does that happen?
Not very often. No, it did look like Molly got that, but obviously Lucy with a touch that we couldn't see under the water.
Yeah. Okay, we now go on to Heat 5. I was in Heat 5 already a minute ago. I was getting very excited about it.
I think we've swum Heat 5, haven't we?
Yeah. There we go. Okay, we will go on to Heat 5 next. As the girls start, an explosive start. So Heat number 5, in lane number 1, we've got Annie Keppel-Palmer, Isabel Davis in 2, Lindsay Sword in 3, Danielle Rayner in 4, Isabel Booth will be in 5. In lane number 6, Rachel Heesom. Lane number 7, Megan Branney, and Holly Barnes in lane number 8. The girls are halfway through the first part of this race. And it looks like that lane number 5 is in the lead, which is Isabel Booth from Sevenoaks.
Yeah, 33.92 for Isabel Booth. I think that's our quickest split so far. This is the first of our seeded heats, and Isabel in lane 5 and Daniel Rayner in lane 4 are our seeded swimmers in this heat.
So the personal best time or seeded times here, 2.29 around that time.
Yeah,
is this the heat where they really push for that time, or will they keep that in the tank?
It's difficult to know, really. Certainly Isabel looks like she's pushing. She's from Sevenoaks, and she probably feels that she needs to post a good time to make sure that she gets a place in the final. Danielle can probably be a little bit more conservative, as she'll be in the 17-18 final,
right?
And she'll be looking to qualify for the 17-18 final, I should say.
Yeah, in this race, Danielle's a bit behind at the moment, but lane 1 is pushing very hard. Annie Keppel-Palmer, also from Sevenoaks, so Sevenoaks leading the way in this race.
Yeah, and Annie Keppel-Palmer looks like she's probably going to take this, I would imagine. If she's certainly come through quite strongly down this third 50. Just got a nose. Well, still Isabel Booth out in front, but there's only 400ths between them.
Now these girls have travelled from all across the UK to be here in Swansea today. We've got swimming clubs from Scotland, England and Wales competing. So it's a great activity where they can go head to head against people that they've never swam against before. So they're going a bit blinded to some of these races as to the times the other competitors will swim. And this is a great example of a club that's travelled very far to get involved in the event today. Sevenoaks leading the way in this race, and it looks like lane number 1 just ahead now, Keppel-Palmer.
I think it's probably Isabel Booth just.
She's coming back, yeah, it's very close, isn't it? Okay, and yep, it will be her. Booth takes it.
Yeah.
Happy with that time, 2.29, so around the time we were expecting it to go, really.
Yeah, they're both under 2:30, and I think she'll probably be pretty happy with that, and that should be enough. She'll probably feel that's enough to qualify for tonight's final.
Fantastic stuff. So to clarify them results for you, in first place we got Keppel-Palmer, in second place Isabel Davis, and Lindsay Sword, who's in lane 3, taking that one.
I think it's Isabel Booth in 5, I think was.
Oh, there you go. Those are the results. Yeah. There you go. Isabel Booth in first place, Keppel-Palmer in second, and Rachel Heesom in third. Apologies for the wrong results there, just in case you got excited from where you're watching. Okay, we'll go on to heat number 6. This is the 200 metre backstroke for girls, 14 to 18 years old. All 8 will be racing in this event, and all 8 eagerly awaiting the start. Right then, in lane 1 we've got Zoe Holmes, we've got Billy McCarthy in 2, Kira Golding in 3, Emily Clark in 4, Emily Osborne in 5, Hannah Saunders is in lane 6, Emily Hewiston in 7, and Bethan Conley in lane number 8.
It was a nice start from Emily Clark in lane 4.
Yeah, very fast.
Pool swimmer, good underwater skills, got herself about half a metre on the start and has consolidated that down this first 50.
Now, how important is the turn when it comes to a final race? Can that take split seconds off? Can that be the difference between winning and losing?
Turn's exceptionally important with the backstroke. You can, as I said, you can swim a lot quicker under the water than you can on top of the water, and the more time you can spend underwater from the turns with some good dolphin kicks under the water is it going to improve your time. So can't stress enough how important the start and turns are in backstroke.
Yeah, so it's Emily Clark out in lane number 4 in the lead at the moment. And lane number 5, Emily Osborne in second place as we come to the wall for the second time. And the splits there, 1.1125 for Emily Clark, and Osborne just after a second behind, 1.1237. Now in third place, it could be interesting between lane 7 and 8 today. We've got Emily Hewiston and Bethan Connolly, one from Scotland, one from Cardiff. A bit of Celtic rivalry going on there as they push for third place. But the backstroke, you did mention it earlier, it's about keeping that head straight in the middle. All about the technique, isn't it, Richard?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a very technical stroke, backstroke, and if you've got a good technique, it can improve your time no end. And it is important to keep that head still and keep it back in the water.
Right, as we come to the final turn, once again, clearly ahead. She's quite comfortable, I'd imagine. In lane number 4 right now is Emily Clark. Emily Osborne in second, holding on at the moment because lane 7 is pushing very hard. Emily Hewiston is pushing as much as she can to get that second place. But it looks pretty much sealed. The deal sealed, and the deal is sealed here. I wanted to say, as Clark takes the race in first place, and it will be Osborne in second, and lane number 7, Emily Hewiston, will take third place.
Yeah, good swim from Emily Clark. She looked really in control in that 200 metres. She was never really pressed, and she'll have certainly qualified for the final this evening, which will be the 14-15-year-old age group final.
Now, with these swimmers, will a few of these be able to swim in other heats? Will someone do a backstroke and possibly a butterfly, or do they kind of? What age do you turn to concentrate on just the one discipline?
A lot of the swimmers in this event will be swimming multi strokes. You probably start concentrating on your major strokes or a major distance. When you're into probably 15, 16, but. A lot of the swimmers, they'll have qualified across a lot of events, and they'll be swimming multi events through the next 6 days.
Did you see that in the Olympics, don't you? That they'll compete for 7 different medals, and they'll win all 7 as well.
Well, if you're Michael Phelps, you might.
Right, the final heat is underway in the 200-metre backstroke for the girls, aged between 14 and 18. This is heat number 7. In 1, we've got Imogen Hunt. In 2, we've got Emma Sutton from Llantrisant. From Stowbridge, Natalie Dingley. From First Swimming Club, Jenna Lafferty in 4, Ellie Plumley in 5, Charlotte Fairley in 6, Jennifer Dixon in 7, and Gemma Brown in 8 here. And they've gone off quite fast here as well, haven't they, Richard?
Yeah, it certainly looks like Imogen Hunt out in 1 for the Bridgend County swimmer, who's making some early pace.
Yeah.
And Natalie Dingley also out in lane 3, Stowbridge Swimming Club swimmer. And she turned first, 34.57. Not much between them, only 3/10 between the first 3 at 50 metres.
So as they came back, it's all very tight between 1, 3 and 5, but there's plenty of the race to go, plenty of action still to come in this 200-metre backstroke for the girls. But it's still in lane 1 now. We think just about, is it lane 5? It's between 5 and 1. It's between Imogen Hunt and Ellie Plumley for that first place as we come to turn. Yeah, in 5, Plumley.
Yes, 1:11.63 for Ellie, so that's a nice first 100 metres there for the Torvine County swimmer.
Yeah, in second place, Imogen Hunt will be pushing hard from Bridgend, but now the rest of the field seem to be reacting, especially lane number 4. Jenna Lafferty seems to be kind of pushing, especially on second place, Imogen Hunt. She wants to make a move, she's going to make it. Now is about the right time. Well,
Jenna Lafferty's got the fastest entry time into this heat, 2:28, so we'd expect her to start to come through. She won't want to take any chances.
So can we get a big finish from Jenna Lafferty here? She's currently in 3rd place, perhaps the favourite to win this race. At the moment, she's just behind Imogen Hunt in 2nd. And Plumley in lane number 5.
Ellie Plumley's pulling away, so she clearly means business, and has swum a very good heat.
Yeah, but Lafferty's made a move on Imogen Hunt. She's now into second place, but it's very, very close. Reacting straight away, Imogen Hunt from Bridgend in lane 1, having none of it, and she's reacting just as hard and going just as hard as Lafferty right now. Ellie Plumley will take the victory, but in second place it's going to be Lafferty. I think she's come back from nowhere.
Yeah, she's done well. She didn't want to make any chances, I think, so she's gone under 2:30. That'll be enough to get her in the final this evening, I feel. Good swim from Ellie Plumley though, 2:26.09 for Ellie, which is a 3.5 second PB, so she'll be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, and fantastic stuff there to see Ellie Plumley, who won that race, beating her PB by 3 seconds and celebrating in pool. It obviously means quite a lot to these competitors today, and she's obviously delighted with that time. She just broke there, 2.26.09 in first place, Ellie Plumley. In second place, Jenna Lafferty, and Imogen Hunt took third place with her time, 2.30.55. And that does conclude the 200 metre backstroke for girls. And once again, Richard, we've got to say, we said it before, the standard is very high, and it's just so impressive to see the people and the young competitors standing up to the challenge and cracking their personal bests.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ellie Plumley there, she was, that meant a lot to her. She could see that by her reaction when she finished, so it's good to see.
Okay, we're on to the 100 metre butterfly. 3 competitors in this first heat, the first heat of 12 here. We've got in lane 3 Ocean Morgan, in 4 Kyle Booth and Peter Bateman in 5. All Welsh boys going for it here. Now the butterfly is an extremely demanding stroke, isn't it? Honestly, if you put me in that pool, I could do about 10 metres and that's about it.
Yeah, butterfly's all about technique as well, to be honest, and if you've got some good technique you can keep it going, but what you might find with particularly these younger swimmers is they'll swim a good first 60 or 75, and then it does look as though the lights have gone out in the final 25, but hopefully they'll acquit themselves well, and this one's pretty close at halfway.
Yeah, it's Ocean Morgan in lane number 3 in the lead so far. Kyle Booth in 4 seconds, just leading the way from Peter Bateman, his rival at City of Cardiff Swimming Club. Now these boys 12, 11 and 12 respectively, so very, very young and just starting out in competitive swimming, and it's a great event for them to be involved today in front of a massive crowd here in the National Swimming Pool of Swansea, which is the Wales Swim Nationals 2013, sponsored by British Gas. Now then, there's a bit of a fight. Kyle Booth is having none of it. He's trying to come back, and he's moved into first place. Kyle Booth moving into first place, and he'll be delighted with that. A really strong finish there, Richard, from Kyle Booth.
Yeah, he'll be very pleased with that, I'm sure. 3 second PB maybe for him.
Yeah,
actually a 6 second PB.
Amazing, great stuff. 1.2787. And Peter Bateman in second, 1.2844, and Ocean Morgan, who was leading the way but just faded away towards the end, 1.2961 for him. Fantastic stuff. Okay, we'll move on to the 100 metre butterfly heat number 2. All 8 are here competitive for this. So, one has dropped out, lane 2 I think, Mackenzie Best. So in lane number 1 we'll have Jack Lee, Thomas Minto in 3, Jake Scott in 4, Nathan Larner 5, Joseph Robbins in 6, Danny Chim in 7, and Johan Francis Jones will be in lane number 8. And this one's a very close start to this race. Yeah, all the boys very close, bunched in the middle. It'll all be about the big finish at the end, this one, Richard.
It could well be. That could be the final 10 or 15 metres will decide this one.
Yeah, Danny Chim in lane number 7, looking quite strong as we turn against the wall.
Yeah, Bridgend County, Danny Chim, and 12 years old. Yeah. 37.86.
Yeah, Nathan Larner also in the mix in second place. Right then, it's all about the finish now. But Chim, he's looking very strong, very powerful as he comes out of the water. A lot of stamina there. He looks very strong, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He looks as though he's going to bring this home, and he's in now into the final 25.
Lane number 5 is looking very strong as well to cement his second place. Nathan Larner, don't think anyone's going to catch him, but no one will catch Danny Chim in first place. It's all about third place. At the moment, it's very tight between lane number 1. We've got Lee Jack there, and lane number 6 is going strong as well. But the winner here, by quite a distance there, Danny Chim. He'll be delighted with that. In second place, Nathan Larner. Bridgend boy coming to Swansea. He'll be very happy with that, won't he?
I'm sure he will, and that's a 10-second PB there for Danny Chim. So he'll be particularly pleased, I would imagine.
Absolutely.
131 to 121, got to be happy with that.
He absolutely smashed his personal best there. Excellent stuff. Danny Chairman first then. He'll be very delighted with that and very happy indeed. Now the boys for the third heat, are getting into place. Before they start the swim, I'll tell you who's who. In lane number 1, we've got Joseph Hawkins. In 2, we've got Tom Henwood. Morgan Jones in 3, George Cohen in 4, Toby Ryland in 5, Liam Evans in 6, Connor Coupland in 7, and Connor Walsh in lane number 8. Once again, these boys have gone fast to start. In lane number 5 was a fantastic start there from Toby Ryland. And lane number 4 is reacting just as well. We've got George Cowan there. Really going for it in this opening part of the race, Richard.
Yeah, Toby Ryland, good start from Toby in lane 5 there, and also from George Cowan, St Thomas swimmer out in lane 4. He's turned quickest, 37.15.
Yeah, he turned extremely fast there, which shows the importance of the turn, doesn't it? Because he was in second place as he turned. Yeah,
George there, he attacked the turn, so he accelerated into the turn and got some good skills off the wall, and probably got himself about a metre on Toby Ryland. And also coming through now is Connor Coupland in lane 7, who's finishing quite strongly.
Yeah, indeed he is, but it's going to be George Cowan for the victory, I think, and lane number 5, Toby Ryland will hold on for second, and third place looks like, as Richard just said, a strong finish there from Connor Coupland in lane number 7. And there we go, yes, great stuff. Congratulations there to George Cowan.
Yeah, it was about a 120, I think, there for George Cowan. It was a very tired touch from George. Toby Ryland in second, and I think it was Connor Coupland in third. It's pretty soft touches, I think, on the pads, which haven't activated the
scoreboard will correct itself shortly, but I think you were spot on there with your analysis there, Richard. It was them 3 that took the prize. As we wait for the scoreboard to change and to clarify that official result.
Yeah, George Cowan, Toby Ryland and Connor Coupland.
Great stuff. On we go then to heat number 4. We've got in lane number 1 Harrison Cole Picton, Curtis Palmer in 2, Brogan Jones in 3, David Price in 4, Oliver Willies in 5, Stephen Cooper in 6, Robert Allen in 7, and Johan R. Davis in lane number 8 to finish the field. This is the 100-metre butterfly for boys between 11 and 14 years of age, and it's been a very competitive day of swimming so far. Great morning. And if you want to see any results that you've missed online, swimwales.org is the place to go. And you can also catch up on the action at youtube.com/CoopyTV. So get involved there.
Good start from Curtis Palmer out in 2. And he's going to touch first, I think, at 50 metres. Yeah, scoreboard said Brogan Jones. Oh, actually, it was a dead heat, actually, at 50 metres, Brogan Jones and Curtis Palmer.
Spot on, so they're both right in the mix. Head to head they go as they come towards the last length of this pool. Curtis Palmer looking very strong from Pembrokeshire County in lane number 2. But the middle field are really pushing hard now and pushing him to his extreme lengths. Lane number 5 doing his very best as well to catch up, and that is Oliver Willies. It's going to be very close, but is Palmer going to hold on the Rich? He's looking very close, but he looks just about ahead.
Yeah, I think Oliver Willis is coming through in 5. Probably Curtis will just hold on. It'll go to the touch, and it was Curtis Palmer, I think. Again, a few issues with the scoreboard, but I think it was Curtis Palmer from Oliver Willis. Possibly David Price got himself in the mix as well.
Yeah, it's been corrected now for us to the official result. We've got Curtis Palmer in first place, David Price in second, and Oliver Willies in third place. Didn't quite hold on there at the end, Oliver Willies. He'll be disappointed with that, but a good swim nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely, and just outside his entry time, but it was a good swim.
And there we go, heat number 5 is underway of the 100-metre butterfly. In lane number 1 we've got Blair Watrett in 2, Luke Scalding, Jake Lambert in 3, David Nichols in 4, Joseph Tibbs in 5, Tom Wilton is in 6, Lewis McGee in 7, and Thomas Jackson, who's travelled down from Leeds, completes the field in lane number 8. And as we look at the field, the middle field, we've got lane number 5 leading the way.
Yeah, we've got Jake Lambert in 3, showing some good speed, and David Nicholas in 4, and Joseph Tibbs in 5. So all going well. Joseph Tibbs, who's got the turn with Jake Lambert.
They're looking very strong there in the middle of the field. You've got Tibbs leading the way from Abertillery at the moment, but it's not over. Jake Lambert from Leeds is in the game. He's in the mix as well, and he will push as hard as he can in this final few stages of this race. But it is Tibbs in lane 5, 14 years old, leading the way at the moment, and in lane number 3, Jake Lambert looks like he's going to get second. But there's a bit of rivalry coming now from lane number 6 for that second place. Lewis McGee's pushing very, very hard, and Lewis McGee's moved into second place. And I think he stole it in the end there. Jake Lambert took first, Joseph Tibbs took second.
Yeah, I think it was Tom. No, I think Jake Lambert's, that's a time. The scoreboard's doing some funny things again. I think the result of that was Joseph Tibbs from Tom Wilton in lane 6, and Jake Lambert in 3 in third place.
I'm very pleased you're here, Richard, keeping an eye on that scoreboard over there, because it's playing tricks on me. He knows it's my first time in a swimming pool, that's why.
It often plays tricks. I mean, sometimes the pads get activated inadvertently by one of the officials, or one of the swimmers can clip them as they're diving in, and that activates the pads, and it can confuse you if you're commentating.
There you go, a bit of technical knowledge there from Richard, which is always handy in the modern era these days, with all these technical progressions, which is obviously advancing sport, but now and again you do wish there was pen and paper days, don't you? Right, and on to the 6th heat here today. We've got Daniel Marotta in 1, Owen Richards in 2, Colm Tobin in 3, Rhys Richard Frost in 4, Thomas Hewitt in 5, Meirig Francis in 6, Brython Sanson in 7, and Matthew Kenneth in lane number 8. As we turn in lane number 4, far ahead of the field and looking very strong is Rhys Richard Frost there from Cardiff. He's powering out of the water, Richard, isn't he?
Yeah, he looks like a swimmer that's not swum this event for quite a while. Got an entry time of 1:17. He's probably going to go around the 1:10 mark if he keeps this up.
Yeah, he is absolutely flying like a dolphin through the water, no problem at all, cutting through the water. In second place, it's going to go to lane number 6, we think, Meirig Francis. But look at that, what a fantastic swim. He absolutely smashed the field.
Yeah, he did. He finished really, really strongly there, actually. I expected him to fade a little bit, but he didn't. He just picked it up and carried on going and going and going.
And look at that time.
64.6 for Rhys Richard Frost, and that's a great time, and that'll probably that could qualify him for the final, actually. 64.6. That means a lot of the swimmers in heats 10, 11 and 12 are going to need to go pretty quick to beat that time.
Yeah, an absolutely stunning performance there from Rhys Richard Frost. He took first place there. Brilliant stuff. In second, it was Meirig Francis and Owen Richards in third place there.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a 13-14 final, 64.6, so we'll keep an eye on that and just have that in the back of our minds when the swimmers in the final 3 heats start.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, heat 7 now. In 1 we've got William Watkins. In 2 we've got Ben Sherman, the close designer, is back involved. Kelvin Cockcroft in 3, Owen Elliott in 4, Cameron Thomas in 5, Huzaifa Kayani in 6, Lewis Jones in 7, and Samuel Leighton is in lane number 8. Oh, lane number 2 looks like he's had a very good start, a powerful start. It's Ben Sherman.
It's Ben Sherman in lane 2, and
as he turns 34.02. How does that compare to the last race we saw split time?
Rhys Richard Frost was around 30 dead, so he's a bit slower, but that was an exceptional time from Rhys Richard Frost. So Ben will be looking to, he should probably be going in the. He'll be looking to go, probably in the 1:12, 1:13s if he can keep his momentum up and keep his stroke together down this final 25.
Yeah, so it looks like Ben Sherman will take this one, but second place is very exciting between Owen Elliott, Huzani Kayani also in the mix, Lewis Jones also in the mix. It's going to be very close. It looks like Kayani's pushing for second. Ben Sherman takes the win, and I think Kayani got second there.
Yeah, Ben Sherman definitely got the win there. Soft touch. I think Ben was around the 1:12 mark. Hawassa Kayani in second, and probably Owen Elliott in third. But 1:11.87 for Ben, and that's a good time. He'll be happy with that. That's probably a 5-second personal best for him. So very, very pleased.
Yeah, fantastic stuff there from heat number 7. Ben Sherman taking the honours in that one, and once again, as we just said, taking a personal best. We'll move on to heat number 8. There's 12 heats in all in this 100-metre butterfly for boys between 11 and 14 years old. So we're just over halfway mark now. In this heat number 8, 8 competitors, as you'd imagine. And they're going to go very fast and very strong. In number 1, we've got Jay Manners, Samuel Wardle in 2, Rhys Childs in 3, Jacob Goodman in 4, Aaron Hurd in 5, Henry Bramall Reeks in 6, Billy Hunt in 7, and Joe Stott completes the field in lane number 8. Now we have got one dropout here in lane Henry Bramall Reeks. Now as we turn, who's in the lead there is very close. Billy Hunt in lane 7 seems to have got the turn first.
Yeah, Billy Hunt from Welshpool, and a good swim from Billy, 14-year-old, entry time of 1:15.45, and should go a little bit quicker than that from the split. Yeah, being pressed now by Joe Stott, lead swimmer out in 8.
Yeah, as you said earlier, very strong swim club leads have travelled down for this today. And they'll be keen to impress because they travel so far, and it's between Billy Hunt and Joe Stott in lane 7 and lane 8. It's extremely close as we come, but look, it's going to be lane 8. I think Joe Stott is powering through. It's very tight, but Stott takes it from leads, I think, just about.
Yeah, Joe Stott 1:11.27 from Billy Hunt 1:11.56, but both those boys with 4-second personal bests. So again, some exceptional swimming from all the swimmers at the moment.
An extremely strong finish there from Joe Stott. He'll be extremely happy with that and the level of his fitness in that heat, so congratulations to them. So Joe Stott in first, Billy Hunt in second, and Aaron Hurd took 3rd place, and it was very close to 3rd place as well, but Aaron Hurd managed to hold on for that. So on we go to heat number 8, in the 9 even, sorry. We've got Andrew Flanagan in 1, Ryan Retson in 2, Liam Saunders in 3, Daniel Evans in 4, Sebastian Di Siena in 5, you saw his little brother swim earlier on, Johan Evans in 6, Devon Jones in 7, and Taylor Courtier-Lilly from Aberystwyth is in lane number 8. And lane number 2's gone off very fast. Ryan Retson, the flying start there.
Yeah, Ryan Retson from First Swimming Club, and they've shown up well, First Swimming Club, in these first few events. Lots of swimmers down here for this meet over the next 6 days, and they're obviously all swimming well. Daniel Evans has started to get the hammer down in lane 4. Also going well out in 7's Devon Jones from Chirk Dolphins.
Yeah, it's very competitive at the moment, but in first place by a few lengths. It looks like Ryan Retson is going to command this one, but in second place it's very close. Daniel Evans, a local boy, the crowd will be cheering him on. Is being pursued by lane 7 at the moment, which is Devon Jones, but it looks like it's going to be in first place Ryan Retson, and 4th place is going to go to the local boy swimming his own swim pool, Daniel Evans. Great stuff. And 3rd's very close to finish, but just about. I think Devon Jones stole that one.
Yeah, Ryan Retson 68.68 and Dan Evans 69.83. So good swims from both those boys, good personal bests. Entry times into this event of 1:13, so they'll be pretty pleased with that. And we're now moving on to our seeded heat, and this is heat 10.
Heat 10 now then. If you're joining us later, Richard, explain the seeded heats for us once again.
The seeded heats are where the top 6 swimmers in the event, so that's the fastest 6 swimmers, they get allocated the top, the fastest lanes in the last 3 heats. So heats 4 and lanes 4 and 5 of the last 3 heats will have the top 6 swimmers, basically.
Okay, brilliant stuff. So the boys have gone for it already. Greg Roberts is in 1, George Johnston 2, Finn Slattery in 3, Ewan Ronald 4, Niall Lewis in 5, Regan Walters in 6, even Goggin Jones will be in lane 7, and Joseph McGorley finishes the field. And as you said, you're expecting big stuff from 4 and 5, and 4's gone off very, very fast there.
So 64 was what we were looking at from Rhys Rickard Frost in heat 6.
Yeah.
And he's a 14-year-old, so he'll be looking. That's the benchmark for the 13-14 boys to get to the final this evening.
Ewan Ronald in lane number 4, leading the way at the moment. Niall Lewis is just behind him, but Ronald looks quite comfortable right now as he comes towards the end of the race. We'll keep an eye on the clock to see how hard he's pushed himself. He's looking like he's really pushing himself quite hard.
Yeah, he swam exceptionally well in the 50 metres. He won a 26 in the 53. earlier on, and 63.44. So he's just dipped inside Rhys Rickard Frost's time, but Niall just outside, but probably enough to get to the final. 65.18 will probably get him there.
Yeah, them two really leading the field there and setting the example, raising the bar very high. In first place then we'll have Ewan Ronald, Niall Lewis in second, and third place eventually, well, the scoreboard sorts himself out.
Looks like it was Regan Walters.
Yeah, Regan Walters at a time of 1:11.25. So on we go to heat 11, the second of the last seeded heats here. So in lane number 1 we will have Ethan Ryland, Joshua Monroe in 2, Matthew Williams in 3, Cobus Usihazen in 4, Daniel Moore in 5, Patrick Dancer in 6, Jordan Dodd in 7, and Ben E. Hodgson will be in lane number 8.
So unfortunately we're a swimmer short in lane 4, which is Cobus Usihazen. He's not taken part in this event, so that'll open it up for another swimmer to make a move, and that looks like Matthew Williams in 3 is starting to try and impose himself on this 100 metres.
Yeah, and Daniel Moore in lane number 5 with a quicker split there, 31.32. But very close between 3 and 5 at the moment. You've got Matthew Williams and Daniel Moore. And really now lane number 5, Daniel Moore starting to control this race and push the pace a bit. The others just slightly behind, can't quite keep up with him. The second place is looking very close, Richard.
Yeah, Daniel Moore, he had a good first 50, and you can see the importance of keeping your technique together down this second 50. Daniel Moore's done that, and he's going to win quite handily in the end. 66.46. Probably would have gone slightly quicker had he been pushed a bit harder, I think. But again, he's a 14-year-old from Birmingham. That'll probably be okay to get to the final this evening.
Yeah, indeed. So Daniel Moore took that, as we just clearly saw, but it was very close for second place. Extremely close right at the last second. Patrick Dancer took it officially 108.89, and Joshua Monroe 108.92. So not much in that at all. They're keeping the action going right till the very last millisecond, which is absolutely fantastic to see. Nobody giving up. Right, we move on to the final heat of the 100 butterfly for boys between 11 and 14 years old. In lane number 1 we've got Kane Ravenel Hunt, 2 Callum Mitchell, Lewis Roberts is in 3, Mark Elric in 4, Robert Burton in 5, Scott Lilburn will be in 6, Owen S. Mason in 7, and Llewellyn Davis will be in lane number 8. Once again, them seeded lanes right in the middle, really pushing the pace straight away, Richard.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark Elric in 4. Another first swimmer, going nicely down this first 50 metres, and he turns in 29.12, which is comfortably the quickest I think we've seen so far. I think Rhys Rickard Frost went through in a low 30 point, but 29.12 is our quickest so far, and he's holding it together as well through this third 25.
He looks extremely strong there, fair play to him. He looks in complete control, great technique as well. I'm sure you'll agree, Richard. Mark Elric from First Swimming Club, quite comfortably going to get this, but second place is a different matter. Lane number 1, Kane Ravenel Hunt is pushing hard. Also lane 5, Robert Burton. It's going to be close for that. I think Burton will steal second place.
Yeah, it looks like Burton will probably take this. 63.12 for Mark Elric, so 65.99 for Robert Burton. And our swimmer Kane Ravenel Hunt from Dulwich Dolphins out in lane 1 with a 66.96 has got himself up into third place.
Great stuff. There we saw some seriously fast times in the 100 metre butterfly, especially from the last seeds, and a few standout performers there, Richard. And that it does conclude the 100 metre butterfly for the boys between 11 and 14. And now we'll move on to the girls. It'll be the 100 metre butterfly for the girls. And in this first heat, we've got 3 competitors. We'll have Abigail Williams, Neem Randall, and also Devanwen Ellison as well, who's travelled down from Newtown to be a part of this race today. And once again, as we mentioned earlier, Richard, with less competitors in the field, it's a little bit harder to pace yourself and to have a true accurate score. You've got to kind of it's more of a race in your head, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always hard when you're in the first heat and there's only 2 or 3 of you. So, but at the end of the day, they're all in the centre lanes, and there's 3 swimmers. So, unless 1 or 2 are much better than the others, it should be a reasonably competitive heat.
Now, at the moment, it's Devanwen Ellison in the lead from Newtown. She looks quite comfortably ahead. For lane number 4, Randall has not quite given up yet. She's trying to stick with her. Unfortunately, Abigail Williams, is struggling to keep up with the pace right now. And remember, if you're going to be watching throughout the day, please let us know about it. Get involved on Twitter, #BGSNLive. Tell us your thoughts. Send us your good luck messages or any questions you want to ask us here in the commentary point. Please do go ahead. And if you've missed any of the results, or want to catch up with the results at the end of the day or any point during the day, go to swimwales.org and all the information will be waiting there for you. And also you can watch on a tablet, so if you're deciding to leave the house at any point today, maybe to enjoy the sunshine, please take a tablet with you and get involved with the 3G and the Wi-Fi in your local area, and keep us on while you're sunbathing and getting a nice tan. Now, as we come to the end of this race, it's lane number 4, Randall, quite comfortably ahead. She's really pushed the pace ahead of the other girls, and she will take it quite comfortably. And Davano Ellison will take second, and Abigail Williams will come in third.
Yeah, Neve Randall, that's a nice time from Neve, 1:28.19, so it's a nice 5-second PB for Neve.
And she'll be delighted with that,
yeah, she will be. She'll be very pleased with that. It's a tough event, the 100 fly, and you know, when you're 10 and 11, it seems very daunting. But all those girls did well, and they'll all be happy with that.
I mean, at the end of the day as well, you come to a meet like this, the first target, I suppose, is that personal best, isn't it, to smash that?
Yeah, your first target. I mean, as you know, that's what swimming's about. It's just about continual improvement, and if you can keep doing that and just keep chipping away and taking a little bit of time off, that's what it's all about.
Fantastic. Okay, on to heat number 2 of the 10 we've got for this. Only 6 girls competing in this, so we'll start with lane 2. Demi Evans, Martek David in 3, Lucy Harding in 4, Anna Phillips will be in 5, Eve Barry in 6, and Anya Thomas in lane 7 will complete the field here. 6 girls in the butterfly, 100 metres, and lane number 2 has gone off very, very fast. Demi Evans from Wrexham. Yeah,
Demi's gone. She's flown off, and
it'll be interesting to see if she can continue this pace through the second half of this race. A 37.84 there, her time. In second place we've got Anna Phillips, and third Lucy Harding, pushing hard for that third spot right now. Not the fastest of turns there from Demi Evans, but she's still up in the lead. The second place looks very, very close between lane 4, 5 and 7. I must admit, we've got Anna Thomas in 7, Lucy Harding in 4 and Anna Phillips in 5 as we come towards the closing stages of this race. Demi Evans from Wrexham looking strong, 11 years old, that's all she is.
Yeah, she's starting to be pressed now by Anna Phillips out in 5, who's finishing strongly, and also Lucy Harding in 4. And
can she hold on? 5 is really pushing hard there.
Anna Phillips is going to take this.
Anna Phillips is going to take it, maybe 4. Lucy Harding's going to take second as well. Yes, she is. What an exciting finish to that race. Anna Phillips in lane 5 taking it. Lucy Harding also coming back from nowhere to take second. And Demi Evans, who led all the way, lost in the dying stages of the race in third place.
Yes, as I said, when the petrol runs out, it runs out in the butterfly, and there's not a lot you can do about it. And unfortunately for Demi, it ran out with about 10 metres to go. But she held on, and she's still done a nice personal best, so she'll be pleased. And it was a good swim from Anna Phillips in lane 5. Good paced race. Yeah,
congratulations to them girls and all involved in that, and congratulations to all the swimming clubs that have been involved so far today. We've got people from all over the UK involved in the competition, so we've got people from Scotland, from England and from Wales all getting involved, and it's a fantastic event. It's great to see everyone here today. If you're following from afar, online, youtube.com, Quipu TV, get involved, spread the word, and also all the results at swimwales.org, and also Twitter, of course, #BGSNLive. Get hashtagging that, and we'll pass on all your messages to everyone here in Swansea. Now heat 3 is underway. In lane 1 we've got Ellen Edwards, Charlotte Gibbs in 2, Ashley Jones in 3, Rhiannon Bowen in 4, Rebecca Kleins in 5, Matilda Neal in 6, Abby Calvert in 7, and Ellie Woodruff is in lane number 8. And lane number 4 has gone very fast. Rhiannon Bowen with a quick start there.
Yeah, Rhiannon Bowen from Kingsham, just outside of Bristol, and
Abby Calvert in 7.
36.7 for Rhiannon, and that's probably our quickest split so far. Also being pressed now by Abby Calvert, one of the lead swimmers out in lane 7, who's finishing strongly, and Rebecca Klein's going nicely as well in 5. She's also from Leeds.
Yeah, it's definitely between 4, 5 and 7 right now, and it does really look like Abby Calvert has pushed the nose instead, but maybe not actually, because Rhiannon Bowen is holding on very strong. She's just ahead. It's a close one to call, this one. It's going to go right to the death, this one, but Rhiannon Bowen just about holding on. It's so hard to call right now because Calvert is fighting back just as much. And Calvert's got a nose in front.
Yeah, I think Abby Calvert's going to take it, I think. And she does, just from Rhiannon Bowen, and Rebecca Klein's in third.
Great stuff there. Very competitive race, and it's great to see them go till the end, and the stamina's there because they've obviously trained and they paced the race and they know what they're doing, don't they, at a very young age.
Yeah, Abby Calvert knew what she was doing there. She paced that race quite nicely, and she had a good turn at 50 metres, came off the turn quite quickly, and closed down Rhiannon.
Right, on to heat number 4 of 10 in the 100-metre butterfly for girls between 10 and 13 years old. In lane number 1, we've got Menna Phillips in 2, Grace Morgan, Megan Allison in 3, Elizabeth McCulloch in 4, Abby Hulbert in 5, Laurie Pierce in 6, Hannah Abassi from Leeds in 7, and Alice Oliver will be in lane 8 to conclude the 8 competitors today. And lane number 2's gone off very fast, so isn't it lane number 6. Really pushing the pace, these girls, in this one.
Yeah, Grace Morgan, Bridgend swimmer, 13-year-old from Bridgend. She's out in lane 2. She's showing some good speed. And Laurie Pierce, local girl from Swim Swansea. She's in second place. She's an 11-year-old, and she's picked up quite nicely out of that turn. And looks like she's probably just about got her nose in front, but looks like Liz McCulloch in 4 is also starting to get back in the race, the Cardiff swimmer.
Yeah, we've got quite a few there pushing hard. So as you said, we've got Grace Morgan in 2, Megan Allison in 3, McCulloch in 4, and also Laurie Pierce, all pushing as hard as can. Laurie Pierce fading away a little bit now. It will between lanes 2, 3 and 4. Lane 2 perhaps. Grace Morgan just got her nose in front, but 4 is fighting back. Elizabeth McCulloch is pushing, and she's just in the lead, I would say. She's going for the line, and McCulloch takes that by literally a nail.
Yeah, I think yeah, McCulloch took that, I think, from Grace Morgan. That's how it looked to me, but looks like Megan Allison was in the shake-up as well.
I'll just wait for the official result for those of you who are eagerly awaiting that one, because it was a very extremely close finish. And here we go. Yes, it was McCulloch in first place. It was Grace Morgan in second place, and Megan Allison sealed third place there. An extremely close race, not much between that. And we move on, no messing about, ladies and gentlemen, to heat number 5. In lane 1, we've got Morgan Harvey, Robin Gibson in 2, India Birch will be in 3, Emily Johnson will be in lane number 4. In 5, we've got Tia Ward, Lucy Buchanan from 6. I don't think she's racing. No, she's obviously pulled out. Isabel Berlin in 7, and Amber Owen will be in lane 8. And lane 3 has took a flyer at the start, just getting a nose ahead of India Birch. Looking strong in these closing stages as they come to the wall for the first time. The turn's ever so important as we go to the splits. It's actually lane number 1 ahead, Morgan Harvey, Richard.
Yeah, it looked like it was Morgan Harvey at 50, but India Birch also had a good turn, and starting to come through now is Emily Johnson as well, one of the City of Leeds swimmers in lane 4, and Tia Ward also leads in 5, also coming back strongly. Yeah,
there's a line of them in contention, but it is Morgan Harvey in the lead right now, but second place is going to be extremely interesting as we come to the closing stages of this race. It will be Morgan Harvey in first place. Second place right now, it looks like it's going to be Tia Ward in lane number 5. Harvey takes first place, for second place, that's a close call, but I think it's going to go to Tia Ward.
Yeah, 1:16.6 for Morgan Harvey. 1:18.4 there for Tia Ward, so I think that's our quickest time so far. 1:16.6 from Morgan Harvey, and there
we go. The fastest time in this discipline has just been set. 100-metre butterfly for girls between 10 and 13 years of age. We'll move on to heat number 6 in this lane. Unfortunately, lane number 7 is a no-show from Ellie Wood, but from 1 to 8 we have Laurie Evans in 1. Eve Goddard-Smith in 2, Lauren Wilson in 3, Abby Hollyoak in 4, Sian Edwards from Swansea in 5, also from Swansea, Eve Goddard-Smith, a local girl, Sinead Collingbourne in 6, no-show in 7, and Sophie Bravin from 8. A lot of Swansea girls here, Rich. You'll keep a keen eye on this race.
Yeah, we've got 3 girls in this, so it'll be interesting to see how they all shape up against each other as well. And it's pretty close at 50 metres.
Yeah,
looks like it might be Sophie Bravin out in 8 who's showed some speed,
yeah,
and Abby Hollyoak, who's got the turn at 35.3.
In lane 4, Abby Holyoke setting the bar quite high then in this first part of this race. Holyoke has just got a nose in front of Sophie Bravin in lane 8. Bravin will be hoping to keep on her coattails as such, but looking very strong in the middle of the field is Holyoke. But Bravin's not giving up, is she, Richard? On this close
Sophie
side?
Bravin's still going nicely. Abby Holyoke looks like she's probably going to take it, but Sophie Bravin coming back with every stroke.
Yeah, at lane 1 on the far side, Laurie Evans is pushing very hard for that place. And Bravin's really going for a Holyoke. Oof, that was close in the end.
It was close. There was a tenth of a second between them. 1:15.4 for Abby Holyoke and 1:15.5 for Sophie Bravin. So it was a good swim from those girls, and that's the quickest so far.
Yeah, and the official results then, Abby Holyoke in first, Sophie Bravin second, and Goddard Smith took third place. Once again, a very close race there at the end. And on we go to heat number 7. They do come thick and fast. We hope you're enjoying the coverage online. If you are enjoying it, please let us know on Twitter, #BGSNLive. Tell us your thoughts, send your good wishes, and we'll pass them on, retweet and favourite them, so make sure the message gets to the appropriate place. Now then, heat 7 is underway. In lane number 1, we've got Sinead Baker in 2, Chloe Williams, Katie Hicks in 3, Nathalie Roos in 4, Catherine Fry in 5, Natasha Hamilton-Walker in 6, Molly Findler in 7, and Lois Masters in lane number 8. And Lois Masters has gone fast in 8, also in 3. Katie Hicks had a flying start there, Richard.
Yeah, Katie Hicks going nicely. Lois Masters, Cardiff Summer 12-year-old from Cardiff, out in lane 8, also going well. And also Catherine Fry, who's in lane 5 from Novio Cigar, is going pretty nicely as well.
Yeah, it's very close between Catherine Fry and Lois Masters, so that's lane 5 and lane 8 if you're watching on your screens. Nearby now to your screen, Lois Masters is absolutely flying, and we think it's just her in the lead, but Fry's got something to say about this in the final part of the race, and Fry now edging closer in front and really setting the pace, pushing through that pain barrier. And I think she's going to take this one, Catherine Fry. Lois Masters is holding on to second. From 7th position, Molly Findler in lane 7. It's going to be very close to second, but no, Catherine Fry takes first. And who got second there? Was it Masters, Richard?
I think Lois got that, and Molly Findler just touched off Molly Findler, a couple of tenths between them. Both went under 1:15, so that's our quickest time so far. First swimmer under 1:14, that was Catherine Fry with a 1:13.93.
Fantastic stuff. The standard today has been extremely high, and personal bests have been broken everywhere and in practically every single event. So congratulations to anybody who's managed a personal best today. We know it means a lot to you, and we definitely salute you for that and all your hard work before these events. Okay, we'll go on to heat number 8 now, in the 100-metre butterfly for girls aged 10 and 13.
This is the first of our seeded heats, so we'd expect lanes 4 and 5 to make the pace.
Yeah, and they're definitely starting strong. I'll quickly go through the 8 we've got. Lauren Stockley in 1, Rachel Weller 2, Greta Hampson 3, Caitlin Demery 4, Talia Merriman in 5, Honey Butterworth in 6, Malia Darcy in 7, and Emmy Thomas in 8. And well, the seeded heat are going for it, as you said, 4 and 5, especially 4 there, Caitlin Demery setting the standard. Yeah,
Caitlin Demery, a Swansea swimmer, and she's very unlucky not to qualify for national age groups in Sheffield. She just missed out on a couple of events, and so we'd expect her to show pretty strongly at this meet, and she's showing some good back end speed down this second 50 metres in this 100 fly. Yeah, she's looking very strong, but lane 5 is not letting her go just yet. That's in lane 5 is Merriman. She's pushing just as hard, but it looks quite comfortable for the Swansea girl, Caitlin Demery, in the finish. It's more of a contest for second place. Lane 1 is getting involved there, Stockley. Also lane 5, as I just mentioned, Merriman is going for second. It will be Merriman in second place, and the winner there, local Swansea girl, which Richard's very, very happy about, is Demery, Caitlin Demery. Yeah, good swim from Caitlin. That's a personal best by over a second, and she looked very strong there in the second 50 metres, particularly as well in the final 20, which isn't always an indicator of how well you're swimming when you're swimming butterfly. Yeah, and the official result then, the Caitlin Demery, the local girl in her own swimming pool, in first, Talia Merriman in second, and Mally Darcy in third place. Great stuff there, another fantastic race. Right, on to heat number 9 now, the second of the seeded race. We're expecting big things from 4 and 5, as you said many a time, Richard. We'll go from 1 to 8 here for you. Eloise Clements in 1, Rebecca Fisher in 2, Martinia Ruzakowska, that's another mouthful,
in 3, Hannah Denny in 4, Megan Nicholas 5, Laura Barnes in 6, Victoria Gunant in 7, and Danielle Richards in lane number 8. And lane number 4 is really setting the standard here. Denny's really gone for it.
Yeah, and also Martina Raskoska as well has gone off well in lane 3, and she's one of the Gwynedd performance swimmers. So it's Hannah Denny from Martina Raskoska and Megan Nicholas in 3rd at halfway.
Yeah, Raskoska, with a very exotic name from Gwynedd in North Wales, is in 2nd place. We're going to push Denny as much as she can in this, but Denny is holding on for now, right in the centre of the swimming pool. Denny in lane number 4 is looking strong. She's looking confident, but Razonska is still in the mix. She's still pushing her hard. In lane number 5, looking for that 3rd place is Megan Nicholas. But it's going to be Hannah Denny, I think, for the win. Quite comfortably. 2nd place will go to Martina Razonska. And 3rd place is very close, but just about in lane 5. I'm not sure if you'd agree, Richard. Megan Nicholas there?
Yeah, I think probably Megan Nicholas just shaded that, the Bridgend County swimmer. And nice swim from Hannah Denny, 1:10.7. So not quite as quick as the previous heat, but a good time nonetheless. And that will that'll almost certainly get her to the final.
Great stuff. So the results officially for you. Hannah Denny is in 1st, Razonska in 2nd place, and Megan Nicholas in 3rd place. And as we go on to the final heat, the 100-metre butterfly for girls between 10 and 13 years old. All 8 girls poised and ready to go. And off they go. In lane number 1, we've got Heather Wheel, Georgia Williams in 2, Charlotte Marshall in 3, Megan Pirrie in 4, Florence Marks in 5, Megan Rogers in 6, Kirsten Laurie in 7, and Katie Taylor completes the field. And off we go again. It's very tight, this one, right in the middle. The girls are just about at front, but it's pretty even Stevens.
Yeah, it looks pretty close at after about 30 metres. We'd expect Megan Pirrie in 4 to start making some headway now into the sort of final 50 metres, and she touches first in 32.68 from Florence Marks. Megan Rogers in 3rd. Good turn from Megan Pirrie as well, so she extended her lead there. Good fast turn, but Florence Marks is also going quite nicely in 5 and keeping her stroke together.
She's not letting her go just yet, Richard. It's going to be a fight between lane 4 and 5, Pirrie and Marks, but Pirrie's looking quite confident. She looks very strong, very powerful out of the water, but there's a fight coming on the hands on the outside. In lane number 6, they're pushing hard. Lane number 2 is also going, but it will be Pirrie for the win, and Florence Marks is just about going to hold on for 2nd. She needs to keep going because number 6, Megan Rogers, is pushing as well, but she just about got there in that 2nd place.
Yeah, Megan Pirrie 1:10.9, so again just outside the 70-second barrier. And it was a good swim though, and Florence Marks in 2nd, Megan Rogers in 3rd place.
Yeah, an extremely close finish there, very competitive swim from all the girls involved there. Megan Pirrie in 1st place there, Florence Marks 2nd, and Megan Rogers finishing 3rd place. Not much between them there, a few seconds here and there, and that does conclude the 100-metre butterfly for girls between 10 and 13. And once again, Richard, we spoke about it numerous times since we've been streaming online, but the standard is extremely high, and what I mean the standard, not just the times, but it's very competitive as well, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all competitive heats, and you'd expect that with the number of swimmers that we've got. So it's all these heats are going to be competitive, and I think that girls 10-13 100 fly probably epitomised that. With there was probably 6 or 7 girls all went around 69, 70, 71 seconds. So that's going to be a really competitive final this evening. We'll look forward to that.
So the finals this evening, how much faster do you see these girls go in and the boys go in, or have they been given it more or less their all in the first heats?
A lot of the kids will have given it their all this morning to get themselves in the final, but they'll be looking to hold it together and maybe show an improvement of a few tenths of a second, or even a little bit more. It's sometimes difficult in the evenings as well when you've had some tough racing during the day. It's sometimes difficult to produce again in the evening, but I'd imagine with a lot of these kids, the adrenaline will get them going and get them home, and I'm sure they'll all be looking forward to improving their times by a little bit.
Now, Richard, you're heavily involved. You're chairman of Swansea City of Aquatics here. This is the first morning of activity and events here. Are you happy with the way it's gone so far?
Oh, absolutely. It's been fantastic. Hundreds of swimmers. Incredible to see how many spectators there were this morning. That was quite astonishing. And I think it's been a good first session, and we're looking forward now to session 2, which is be a little bit more sedate with the 1500 metre races this afternoon, and then we'll be looking for some fast swimming in the finals this evening.
Brilliant stuff. Well, that concludes our coverage of session number 1 here at the British Gas Swim Wales Nationals 2013. We'll be back a little bit later on, around 12 o'clock, I'd imagine. So make sure you do join us online to watch all the live coverage. Meanwhile, you can keep up to date with all the results at swimwales.org, or catch up today's action by visiting youtube.com Quipu TV. That is / Quipu TV, which is KUIPUTV. So please do QUIPUTV, sorry. And don't forget to keep tweeting as well, hashtag BGSN Live, to tell us all your thoughts and all your good luck messages. We'll pass them on in the appropriate place. Many thanks to Richard. You've been great having you alongside me this morning. You've been very insightful as well. And we wish you all the best, and hopefully you'll be joining us at a further point.
Third session this evening.
Third session this evening. Look forward to it. Right, okay, that's it from now from the British Gas Swim Wales and Summer Nationals 2013. We'll see you back here a little bit later on, around 12 o'clock.
Hi, I'm Steve Parry, and I'm here to tell you about British Gas Swim Britain. British Gas, they've got a great aim. They want to get more people swimming regularly by 2015. So in order to take part in Swim Britain, you've got a team challenge. There's 4 of you. You've all got to swim 1,000 metres. You do 250 metres each in a relay until you've done the 1,000 metres. Swim Britain is going to help you get fitter and healthier, and they're even going to give you tips along the way. It's all going to accumulate in 10 events in September at venues across the country. Now, logistics of this event are super easy. You're going to get a swimming cap, a t-shirt and a timing chip. You pick them up at the venue on the day. So all you need to think about is the regular stuff. Your swimming goggles and a pair of trunks. You could wear these, or perhaps some of these. You might want 2 towels as well instead of 1. So you'll need 1 towel for poolside and also a towel for when you get changed at the end. Maybe a bit of shampoo as well. And last but not least, make sure you take some water with you. So how does the Swim Britain relay work? Well, you've got to get your teammates. Here's one of mine, me Chris, just happens to be an international swimmer. I'll have some of that. He's going to lead off. Let's go, Chris. Yes. When he's done his 250 metres, he's got to make sure that his timing chip registers. Don't worry, there'll be people there on the day to make sure that that happens. Chris is then going to walk over to his second teammate, who's going to be in the transition area, and he's going to give him a high five. Nice high five. Then Chris is done. He's good to go. He can go have a little bit of a rest. It's going to get very crowded if all of you are waiting at the end of the pool. So we've got a rule. Only the person that's swimming next can be in the transition zone. So Swim Britain's going to be like no event you've ever done before, largely because of these bad boys. They're actually called boys, and you're going to have to swim around them. When you're swimming down the pool, you've got to keep the boy to your left-hand side. And when you're swimming back up the pool, you've got to keep it to your right-hand side. Just keep an eye out for them. Big orange things, can't miss them. Stay as tight as you can to the buoy. You've only got to swim 250 metres. There's no point swimming any more than that if you don't have to. Once you've got your team together, make sure you get the opportunity to train together. Set yourself both an individual goal. You know what? Challenge the other guys on your team as well. You might surprise yourself and with some good training, beat the time that you thought you were going to go. What about making some hoodies with your team name on there? You're taking on everyone else in Swim Britain. You've got to get in there with the right frame of mind. Maybe you want to go in some fancy dress. I don't suggest you swim in the fancy dress. That might slow you down a little bit. Maybe you could even come up with your own song, you know. I can see all 4 of you doing the Gangnam Style. Maybe not. But most of all, make sure there's some cracking banter between you and your teammates, and let's maximise the fun that we're going to have on Swim Britain. Good luck and enjoy.